Roll the bumper. I'm a graphic novice.
Pish.
Geek Speak, the definitive 365 cut. These are the meaningless ramblings of a Scottish redone whore and a pissy ex-video store clerk. Their ongoing mission is to set right the movie wrongs. They're gonna need a bigger podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 114 of the 365 Flicks podcast. My name is Kevin and I am the pissy ex-video store clerk.
And I am Chris, the 2017 Fluffy Award-winning Butt of the Year and Scottish Whedon whore.
And we can add a new moniker to that title.
What's that?
Sideways wearing hat twat.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, why are you wearing a hat like that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It seems like something to do.
You look a bit stupid, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Kind of look like Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
Oh.
Like AIDSy.
Oh dear.
That's where I was going with that. Just in case you didn't get the reference.
I don't know. I'm too
Movie
fat
fans.
to have the AIDS.
Whoa! Fat people can have AIDS too. It's not like one of those things that limits itself to the skinnies.
Right. So it's like, okay, I just thought as soon as you caught it, like you... Why were we talking
I
about that?
don't know.
Okay,
I don't
right,
know.
back on.
It was a good start to 114 anyway, and then
Yeah.
it all went...
Yeah, that's just a theme
Yeah.
going ahead, I think.
I think so, yeah. So we are 365 Flicks podcast, as you know, if you press that play button. If you're a new listener, thank you for tuning in. If you're an old listener, thank you for coming back. If you're not really listening at all, well, that
doesn't work, does
that's
it?
silly. No, I'll edit that out. So yeah, we are 365, and we have got some cracking stuff coming up. We have a little bit of a full show. We got a top 5 that I really thought was going to be super easy, and then ended up being super hard. We have got our famous "What Have You Been Watching" section.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got a few.
You been watching
I've got
much?
a few, yeah.
I haven't watched a great deal, but you will find out why when we get to it. No spoilers. No spoilers. I'm not doing spoilers. But we'll get
Is
there.
it something to do with Germany?
No. We have our Just the Pilot, which was a TV show that you chose called Stan Against Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have our Revisited, which was the classic Hunting Man with Get to the Chopper.
Why you don't like that? Why?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Cunning Man.
He is the main star of the movie, and this is how he talks. He doesn't talk like that. And, of course, we have, I've already said top 5, and our special news, which was gathered by yourself. Yours truly. Yours. You did it.
We're both rocking this shit tonight,
We
by
are.
the way.
It has been like a good 14,
Although
15 days since we
Not
recorded.
as bad as your intro on the last Indie Talk, but there you go.
What was wrong with my intro on the last Indie Talk?
It was horrendous.
I did a sterling job of the intro.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? I can't remember.
What did you try to say?
Oh, yeah, it was piping hot mess, yeah. But when I edited it, it didn't sound as crap as it did on the night. So, there you go.
Well, we wouldn't have done with it.
So before we get into the show, I like to shout out a couple of things that are going on out and about on the old indie circuit, the old what people are doing, that we have had previously on the show, things that are going on. There's not a great deal to talk about right now because everybody's kind of gearing up to go into production. So it's like,
Yeah, exciting times.
Cause is going to be doing his new horror movie. What was it again? It was Arctic Monkeys / Irreversible. Whoosh. I mean, the Irreversible bit, I've seen the movie. And
Does that mean it's going to be like Arctic? No, I'm thinking of... Never mind, doesn't matter.
You're thinking of an Arctic roll.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Not an Arctic roll. You can't eat this movie.
Well, I'm not interested, Kev.
So Cos is going to be doing that soon. So yeah, we got some things coming up. So Winter Ridge is having a very, very solid festival run right now. It's had a couple of big festivals over in America, and it's picking up some awards over there. So Winter Ridge is doing well.
That's good stuff.
From what Dom's been telling me recently, they've got a very strong run coming through the entire summer. They've entered into a lot of different festivals. They're doing really, really cool with that movie. Black Site. See the news?
I did see the news.
Big news.
Yeah.
This is big news. I'm so So pleased for these guys.
Big premiere.
Yes, they're. Is it world premiere or European premiere? It's world premiere, isn't it?
I believe it's a world premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not, Tom will tell us. But yeah, Black Site is officially getting its big premiere at Fright Fest in August, which is no small fish. This is a big thing. Like, I'm really, really pleased for these guys. And they deserve it. I mean, if we had seen the movie, I mean, like, hypothetically, if we'd seen the movie, we would tell you how awesome it is, how John Carpenter-y it is. It kind of takes a lot of, well, we assume it takes a lot of hints from that.
Yeah, we're no experts. We haven't seen the film,
Obviously we're not. And we would tell you that Mike's very good in the movie. We would tell you that Chris Johnson as Erebus reaches Hannibal Lecter-like qualities.
Yeah, we could guess that Chris is a sinister son of a bitch.
We can guess that from what we saw from the set, because obviously we have not seen the movie.
No.
And we could tell you how amazing the women are. There's like some strong-ass females. If we had seen the movie, we could tell you that. But right now, you're just going to have to take our hypothetical word for it.
I think they get it.
Do they get it?
I think they get it.
Have we hammered that home that we haven't seen the movie?
It is very subtle what you're doing, but what we were doing.
I feel like that's what we were going for, and that is what it was.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's fine.
So yeah, Black Site, big premiere coming up in August. But in the meantime, Tom will be going, Mr. Tom Payton, director extraordinaire, will be going into production on his new movie, Stairs.
Or stairs, if you want to say it properly.
Or Stairs.
Stairs.
Why are you saying stairs?
Because it's the word.
He's staring at me.
Stairs.
It's called Stairs.
Stairs.
That's why I said stairs.
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 Just because you come from north of the border, all right? Well, you don't really, because you were born on the border in England, as it goes. But yeah, he's going into production on Stairs shortly.
Stairs.
We don't have an official date for that, but we have been, as Tom puts it, cordially invited to the set for
nice.
a lovely set visit.
Do we know where we're going yet? Or
there is a choice of two places. I don't know if I can disclose the locations.
Oh.
It might be like Black Site, don't tell nobody where we is. It might be like that, you know, like cigarette smoking man comes walking out. We told you not to talk about the stairs. I don't know why he talks like that. Again, you know, Rob Schneider as the cigarette smoking man.
Yep.
So yeah, there's two places that we may be going. One is somewhere down south, and it's going to be all the sort of I'm assuming it's like the wordier bits and stuff like that. However, Tom would like us to go to where the action's going to be.
I like that.
Because, no spoilers from us, but there's going to be some more tanks and artilleries and guns and
damn.
Stepping the game up once again. Stepping it up.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to.
Oh yeah, defo. So yeah, Cause is going to be doing his new movie as well. We mentioned that a moment ago. I'm not going to try and pronounce it again because I messed up last time. But MCM Manchester Comic Con, baby. We got our passes through.
I just want to describe the look on your face. That was amazing.
Was it my sex face?
Well, I assume so.
Have you not seen it?
Oh, yeah, we're behind.
Is it like Black Site? You've not seen it.
Yeah.
So yeah, MCM Comic-Con in Manchester, July the 28th and 29th. That is the end of this month. We have our passes. They came through today. Thank you very much to MCM for the swift. That was pretty swift.
It was.
Getting back to us.
Because we're like all awesome and everything.
Well, yeah, I would hope that's what it is. And so we're working all the details out going down there. There's some Walking Dead people going to be there. There's some more voiceover guys going to be there. But it's like these couple of weeks where they start announcing
they kind of trickle them out. But they were coming out pretty fast for the London one. And it was pretty much every day where we're texting each other going, shit! Looking
forward to it. And Mr. Nerdly himself, Phil Wheat, is also going to be in attendance. So we'll finally get to meet Phil and tell him how much of an awesome job he does over at Nerdly.
Have a word and say, look, okay, we all like those guys in Cincinnati, but they're not really a match with your awesome network.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of bring you down a little bit.
They do a little bit. They I mean, when you go on the Nerdly website and you see that really shit banner, that yellow banner with a light bulb, it just makes me want to spew in my mouth.
That's fishy.
But we'll work that out with Phil, because
Our new one is so much better.
he knows where the talent is. The talent is clearly with the Filmmakers podcast, and we're on there as well. So, you know, we get some praise. We get to ride their coattails. But, you know, when you're talking about, like, your bottom three, you know, Hobie's in there.
That is. That is.
And one more thing, Jason. Your kid's awesome. Your boy's awesome because he's taken interest in the World Cup and stuff like that. But it's definitely called football. Stop calling it soccer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bloody Americans.
Assholes. So, yeah.
Well, that's the American audience done.
Well, we like to get rid of them in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's going to be
that's
pretty much downhill from here, if anything.
Setting the standard, isn't it? And Mr. Mark Zammit has one more month to go on his Indiegogo campaign for Homeless Ashes. They are going into their final block of filming for this movie. This movie's going to be done. We cannot wait to see what Mark's doing. And we got a cheeky little invite to that set as well. So we may be hitting that one.
Oh, my Christ.
I know, right? It's pretty cool, though.
Just quit our jobs and just do that.
If somebody would pay us.
Like, sponge our way into other people's movie sets and just do that.
And just, like, become, like, paid extras for them.
Yeah, be fine.
Yeah.
Be fine. We've both seen extras. It'll be fine.
Aye.
Yeah.
I think we could do a podcast about being extras. But, like, just get thrown off every set we go to.
Ooh, that's a gimmick.
That is a gimmick, and people would love to hear that.
I think you would be good at that.
We could, like, walk up to people and go, "Oh, I know you. You was totally in the bill." Just, like, offend everyone by saying, "You was in the bill," even if they weren't.
What accent was that?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Was it like Devon or something?
I don't know. Oh, seriously, today was awesome. I was at work, and the lad that I work with gets a phone call from one of those PPI companies. So, you know me. You know, I'll, like, take the phone call, and the guy's talking away to me. He's a lovely bloke called Jordan. And I told him he had a lovely sounding voice. He was quite happy with that. And I thought, you know, let's keep this guy going. So he was telling me that he could probably claim back anywhere up to £1,000 from my... I think I told him I had like 8 different loans with 8 different banks. Mm-hmm. So he was like, oh, we could probably claim like up to £1,000 on probably like each of those loans and stuff like that. I was like, that sounds brilliant. Tell me more. So he's telling me more and all that. And then I was saying to him, I says, out of interest, how many pogs could I buy with the money I get back from my refund? And he didn't know what pogs were, so I had to explain what pogs were to him. Told him it was that little game that people are trying to bring back, and he was having a ball talking to me. I was having a ball talking to him as well. The thing that nearly clinched this phone call, nearly like destroyed the phone call on his end, basically, was when I asked him that when we claim back the £1,000, is there any chance that I could get it all in Scottish £1 notes? And he nearly flipped the fuck out. He's like, I actually remember those. I remember Scottish £1 notes. I remember when that was a thing. I'm like, you genius. Like, you've been on the phone for 20 minutes now, and you know what Scottish £1 notes are. And then what did end the phone call, because the lad that gave me his phone couldn't stop laughing, which in turn made me not stop laughing, was when he said that they claim most money back from Lloyd's and Halifax. And I says, well, you cannot trust any fucker called Lloyd. My mate started killing himself, and then in turn that made me kind of laugh down the phone wholeheartedly, and then that's when it's when he hung up. I think at that point he knew I was taking the piss.
I was going to say, at what point did he know? Like...
Well, I would like to think it was when I asked him to give me all £1 Scottish notes. I thought that would be a big giveaway.
Not the pog thing?
The pog thing was genius. Like, he legitimately like started saying, "Oh, I totally remember pogs and all that." And I was saying, so like, in your humble opinion, how many pogs do you think I could buy with this refund that I'm going to get? And then he started explaining that the refund wasn't guaranteed. Like, he had to go through the proper channels, fill in the right paperwork and all that. And the whole time, I think he did know, because he kept, like, trying to get my email address off me so that he could just send me the paperwork. Because I think by this point, he's having a bubble. He's having an absolute laugh at me. I'm just going to get his email address and I'm just going to send all that shit to him. I'm like, no, you ain't getting my email address. I want to know what I can buy with this money you're promising me. Anyway, Jordan, shout out. PPI guy on the other end of the phone. I don't know.
Probably got sacked afterwards.
I would hope so. Phoning fucking people when they were at work about PPI.
See, I wouldn't have gotten that far.
What, as him or as me?
As you.
I love doing that shit, though.
No, I can't be bothered.
I love when they phone up and they're like, oh, you had an accident. And you go, oh, really? When? I didn't know about this. Like, that's great stuff. You can totally do that all the time. Plus, it brightens my day up.
I've got time for that shit.
So anyway, that was the story. So Mark Zammit, Homeless Ashes, still crowdfunding. Please get on the Indiegogo and find that and give some money. Give a little, give a lot, give what you can, and if you can't, just share it. Like, share. All that good stuff. And I believe Ethel is still on the go. I had a quick little check there. So get yourself on there, check out Ethel as well. Johnny is currently living it up in bumfuck everywhere.
I've seen that, yeah. Looks like he's having a good time.
He does.
Fair play.
Showing me all the mountains and stuff. I mean, we've got mountains. We call them the Cheviots, but we've got them. So why did he have to go over there? Just come up to Scotland. We've got hills.
We do have hills.
We've got many hills.
Yeah. We don't have... I'm not going to do the pronunciation.
Lake Titicaca.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yeah.
I thought he was in Lake Titicaca. No?
I don't know.
No? Alright, well he was. So anyway, having a fantastic time, Johnny Wright. Can't wait till you get back and you can get to work on Ethel. And we still don't have that interview with Miriam.
Yeah, I think that needs to happen.
Or Trish, if you're listening out there, I hope you are, where's all these Bad Girls interviews? I mean, surely Deborah Stevenson wants to come on 365 Flicks.
See, I don't think that's going to happen.
Surely the guy what played Jim Fenner, or...
The guy what played Jim Fenner.
Nobody knows his name. So yeah, that is that. That is all the pimpage out of the way. Before we get into the news, though, you got a job to do, Chris.
I do.
This is your baby.
This is getting farther and farther in between them.
Yes.
Anyway. Yeah, so look for the 365 Flicks podcast on the Facebooks and the Twitters. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all of those things. You can also find us on the iTunes. Again, subscribe to us on there, and don't forget to leave us a cheeky 5-star review because it's like totally cool on that. You can also find us on Spotify. Is it a subscription on Spotify or is it following?
I think it's a subscription. Yeah.
Followy, subscribey things to us
like
on
iTunes,
the Spotifys. And also any other third-party podcasting app that you can find. We are there. We're like shit in a field.
We are.
We're also on a few cheeky networks. We are on the Tangibound Network. I'm not going to say Wicked Radio Network. We are on...
Poor Dave.
Oh, Dave doesn't give a fuck anymore about that.
Stole a Hobie joke. Move on before anybody notices.
Weeby Geeks.
Yes.
See, I've cut out Wicked Radio Network and completely to fuck.
It's all gone to fuck.
Weeby Geeks. Nerdly.co.uk. We have already spoken about that awesome site.
Nerdly.
I've lost
Tangibound.
No, I said Tangibound. The new one, man. The new one. Geeks Worldwide.
Geeks Worldwide.
Yep. Hashtag Blur Family and hashtag Britpod Scene. Dan, let's go on with the news.
Yeah, we're okay. Let's go on with the news.
Yeah, okay. You're not adding another one?
No. Well, I was checking to see if I had, because sometimes I do it without realising. So what's the news? You've heard the bongs, now time for the news.
Yes, well...
You have to do this in your best Trevor McDonald voice.
No, that's not going to happen.
It's the news, come on.
No, I'm not doing
What about Hugh Edwards?
Who's that?
It's him that's like, hello, I'm Hugh Edwards.
And do you?
No, I don't.
Who's got that jacket?
Do it in an accent, though.
No.
Come on, let's mix it up
in my accent.
You don't have an accent.
I do.
What, Scotchy?
One big thing has happened.
Oh.
Since the last time we recorded. Yeah, Star Wars.
Right. Okay.
Star Wars has halted all of the standalone spin-off movies
God.
in production because of the epic fuck-up that is Solo.
I didn't think Solo was bad enough that Disney would turn around and stop production on other Solo movies.
Yeah, there's got to have been other stuff going on there.
Yeah. Like Kathleen Kennedy struggling to keep her job, basically. Hopefully. Allegedly. I wish.
Struggling to keep her job. Why?
Because they can't keep her there, can they? She's like the linchpin of this whole thing. And let's be honest, the last 2 movies that came out were a bag of shite.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi is not a great film.
It's not. I messaged you a couple of weeks ago or whatever. I'd decided to put on Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
And I kind of had just a little bit of a clarity moment when I was watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, the film's not perfect. It's CGI heavy like a bastard.
Yeah.
It doesn't stand up particularly well. But at the heart of it, it's still, I think, a decent movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's watchable. And I think that it was more faithful to what Star Wars is.
100%.
And yeah, I was sat watching Revenge of the Sith and I thought, you know what? Disney is fucking destroying Star Wars.
Yeah. 100. Yeah.
And I hadn't really realised that before. Because, The Force Awakens was good.
Yeah. Rogue
One was good.
Yeah.
I still stand up for Solo. I think that Solo is an okay movie. I know that you think differently, but that's how it goes.
I've got my beef with Solo. I've got beef with certain things in Solo, but at the end of the day, it's not a terrible movie. It isn't a terrible movie. Solo isn't terrible. It's just not. I didn't A, want it, B, need it, and C, get on with it.
Yeah. Maybe just, maybe they've just sort of listened to the feedback of Solo. I mean, none of us wanted a Han Solo movie.
No.
But maybe they just listened to the feedback of it. They saw the box office numbers of it and also the feedback of The Last Jedi as well. And maybe they've just gone, right, okay, we need to go back to the drawing board on this.
Yeah.
Hopefully they will come to realise what we're all, as fans, beginning to realise is we do not need a Star Wars movie every single year. It's killing it.
It's one of those things like give us like the trilogy movies. Give us every 2 to 3 years. Give us another trilogy movie, right? And then once you get to that third movie, take a few years off. Take 5-6 years. Re-strategize what you're going to do next. Don't give us a movie every year.
Think about it, right? Okay, so you've got so the new trilogy is coming to an end next year with episode 9.
Thank you, JJ.
Thank you, JJ.
Yep, and JJ we trust.
So that's happening. Then you've got what's his name? Ryan Johnson's new trilogy that's happening. Apparently, the guy who played Solo has signed up for 3 movies. Not necessarily a Solo trilogy, but certainly 3 films as Han Solo. So, in theory, you could have 2 Star Wars trilogies working at the same time.
Yeah.
So you could have episode 10, 11, 12. So like episode 10, then start Han Solo 2, then episode 11, then start Han Solo 3. Fuck that. Fuck that, man.
I don't want any of that. I'm fine with them just not doing that. Just do what you're doing. Pump the brakes. Calm down. Did you see what one of the projects was?
I've seen a few.
Because we knew that there was like the Obi-Wan movie, which
I am interested in an Obi-Wan movie.
I think we're both pretty interested in that.
Yeah.
There was the Lando movie, which once Solo came out, they were like, "Oh, let's do a Lando movie," because people like Donald Glover, and we do.
Somebody on Twitter liked Donald Glover as Lando, so they went right.
One of the other ones was that they were going to make a movie solely based on Mos Eisley. Like, it was just going to be based in Mos Eisley. I don't know what the story was going to be, if it was just going to be the villagers of Mos Eisley or whatever, but Mos Eisley, the movie, nearly happened. And I'm sitting there and I'm reading this and I'm thinking, what's the story? What is the story to tell about Mos Eisley? Like, you're not talking about characters here. You're talking about just the city of. And it's like, so what? Is it just going to be like a couple of guys running for like president or whatever? Like, what the hell is the story there?
Like, the difference between like your Rogue One, which was very, 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 very well received.
I prefer very, very.
Yeah. I was speaking like Chekhov. Bless him. That was well received. Is it told a story that people were interested in.
Yeah.
It's, how they got hold of the plans for the Death Star that leads into A New Hope, which, when I read that that's what the synopsis and saw the trailer, it was like, okay, it's going to be a heist movie about how they got the Death Star plans. Awesome. I'm fucking on board with that. Where Solo has failed like a son of a bitch is, well, the marketing. I said to you,
you wasn't keen on
when
it.
we came out. When we came out the cinema, I know you were in a bastard of a mood after.
I was in a horrible mood.
I know you were.
Terrible mood.
But I said, like, they've marketed that movie wrong. Your movie is, okay, Han Solo's doing the Kessel Run.
Yep.
And you needed a bigger segment of the movie of Han Solo, the lead up to the Kessel Run. The Kessel Run is the climax of your movie. That's your movie. Han Solo doing the Kessel Run.
Yeah.
That's your movie.
I'm with you there. And you know what? Try and make the Kessel Run look hard.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing about the Kessel Run that made me go, oh, he's an amazing pilot.
Yeah, like, bit of a faff, really, but, like,
It's like, you've got to jump through a couple of hoops, but that's it.
Yeah.
You're not doing...
He's Han Solo. He's supposed to be, like you say, make it look hard, because the Kessel Run's supposed to be impossible to do in this time.
You could have even made that a thing as to why the hyperdrive rarely works now, or doesn't work when you want it to, because something happened during the Kessel Run that the Millennium Falcon is a bit temperamental. But no, it just came out the other end, and I'm like, so what? It nearly got sucked down a worm's throat, and that's it?
And how did Chewbacca end up with a life debt?
Yep.
That's what you do in your movie.
We still don't know how that
No,
happened.
we fucking don't.
And we don't know how Han Solo can talk perfect Wookiee in this movie, but we never see him do it again in any other movie. And you see Han Solo standing there, and it's like, what are you doing?
That was quite good.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
That was all right. But
that annoyed me.
See, the spin-offs, I know everything annoyed you, but the spin-offs, I like the idea of the spin-offs where you do untold stories in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Tell us how Obi-Wan learned to communicate with Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Tell us that story. Tell us stories that we have been referenced in the trilogy or whatever.
Yeah.
Not necessarily based around the original trilogy. Even Christ, give us stuff completely opposite end of the fucking galaxy.
Maybe even just like an actual Knights of Ren movie, or an actual like Darth Revan story, or
exactly,
stuff like that.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
That's what Star Wars fans want, Disney. Give us a fucking Knights of the Old Republic movie, you bastards.
That is pretty much it.
Yep. So, next. I don't think this one will please you either.
Oh.
MGM is wanting to do a full reboot of Child's Play.
Yeah,
with a more technical. I've got a speech impediment.
Yeah.
Technologically advanced doll.
I'm okay with this.
Really?
I thought when I read the headline about a Child's Play reboot, I was like, no. Let's not do that. You know what? If you're going to keep going on making Chucky movies, Chucky's the sort of franchise that you can flog a dead horse. Just keep doing the same shit over and over. Just keep going. You know, the last one was Cult of Chucky. I actually really enjoyed it. It's stupid.
I read that. Was that the one that came out last year?
Yes.
Yeah. I read on Den of Geek, when I was reading about this, that one was actually quite well received.
It was, because it was good. It was a good-ass movie. The thing that I am sort of interested in, and has piqued my interest about the whole Child's Play thing, is they are talking about a TV show. I could go a TV show. I could go a TV show, a Chucky TV show. The thing about set in the modern day, trying to reboot it, it's a bunch of teenagers running around with this technologically advanced doll. I don't know what that means. Like, what does that mean?
Like a sex toy?
Yeah, like he's going to be a massive big blow-up sex doll, or I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it just means he can move his arms and change his voice and stuff.
Awesome.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it's like a lot of shite to me.
I'll always see what they do. Child's Play is one of those franchises I'll always see what they do. And
yeah, I never watched it beyond about half an hour of the first one.
But you're right, though.
Because it scared the crap out of me.
When I saw the headline, I was like... And then I read it, and I was like, okay, I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Next one.
Go.
Top Gun 2 news.
bollocks to this.
Miles Teller has joined the cast as the son of Goose. Now, I've not seen Top Gun in a long time. Is Goose the one who was in ER?
Yeah,
right.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah,
he's the one that died.
Right.
Yeah. So apparently he had a son before he died. I think he did have kids in that film. I'm sure he did actually. Yeah, with Meg Ryan, no less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking damn fine in that movie too.
I really can't remember.
This isn't a sequel that I don't know if anybody was crying out for the sequel.
Feels a little bit like the Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah.
That nobody wanted.
But I mean, Tom's back. Apparently he's like the trainee guy. He's training everyone because I don't know.
It's like Top Gun: The Next Generation.
Let's be honest. The way Tom Cruise looks right now, he could just be playing Tom Cruise in Top Gun 1. So, Scientology has been kind to him.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer's coming back. That'll be funny. That will be funny because you're going to have like this total beefcake of what Tom Cruise is right now, still looking like Top Gun, and then Val Kilmer looking like
he's been stung by a lot of bees.
A muckle big, bloated, fat, bee-stung bastard.
Wow.
He's just going to be with his little wobbly neck and all that, and Tom Cruise is going to be, what the fuck happened to you? He's supposed to be my wingman. Yeah, and then you're going to have like little sexy Miles Teller walking around. So yeah.
I've not really got any interest in the movie at all. I probably will watch it out of curiosity.
I think
I'm struggling tonight.
You have to be curious with this one.
Yeah.
It's not a film I neither want or need.
Is that because in the first one, the homoeroticism, that word I get right, made a dose of guys curious?
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
on another note though, the connection is Miles Teller, Fantastic Four, Michael B. Jordan, Creed 2 looks fucking awesome.
I have not seen it yet. The trailer, yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
I have a sneaking suspicion Rocky is going to die in this movie.
Because he should have died in the first movie.
He should have died in Creed 1. Yeah. He should have. I mean, it's a bit horrible saying that, but I watched that trailer and I'm like, Stallone's dying in this movie. The whole trailer's great. Gets you a lot of Michael B. Jordan doing like his Adonis Creed. Is it Adonis Creed? Doing like his Adonis Creed sort of shtick, and then like right at the end of the trailer, like it's been rumored, but we weren't sure. But right at the end of the trailer, Ivan Drago's kid comes walking out, and I was like, boom, I am in.
Is that Dolph Lundgren? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in for that shit.
Yeah. Because, bear in mind that Creed is actually the only Rocky movie that I've seen.
Yeah. Why is everybody playing people's kids?
Because they are bringing back franchises from 20, 30 years ago, and that's the only way to do it.
It's like Miles Teller's Goose's kid. You've got this Ivan Drago's kid. Mm-hmm. You've got Michael B. Jordan's playing Carl Weathers' kid.
Yeah. It's just basically a soft reboot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's, instead of doing a hard reboot where it's like, okay, you are Rocky, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Right, okay, you're Rocky Kid then.
Yeah.
Aye, next one. Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Is playing Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah. Apparently it's not signed, sealed and delivered yet, but it's as good as. Is this live action or is it comic?
I think it's live action.
How are they going to do it like Sonic?
Know.
How are they going to do a hedgehog? Like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Well, they did Scooby-Doo.
That was totally different though. Scooby-Doo kind of lends itself to it. Sonic the Hedgehog does not lend himself to a 3D live-action movie.
Is it going to be like that god-awful game where Sonic kisses the princess, the human princess?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What
it was
game was
for
that?
I think it was for the 10th or 15th
horrible.
anniversary of Sonic or something like that, and they brought out I can't remember the name of the game. It was like Sonic Legacy or fucking some shit, and it was like a sort of... It was like sort of Final Fantasy animation.
Ew.
So there was like a Final Fantasy princess and Sonic. And I believe I've just seen videos of it.
I bet you have.
On Pornhub and that. I believe that at the end of the thing, Sonic kissed the princess.
Ew. He's a hedgehog?
I know. Dirty bestiality bitch. Again, I've not really got interested in this. I was never a Sonic man. I was always a Mario man. So, fuck it. Yeah. Next up, Jared Leto is going to play Morbius in
How's this happening?
Spider-Man.
How is this happening?
I'm actually okay. I'm am interested.
Yeah,
He
but
has that look.
how's that happening though? Like, because apparently he's still doing Joker. He's apparently getting a standalone Joker movie now. So how you can't really cross the streams. You can't bat for Marvel and play for DC. You know, like you pick one or the other, please.
Sure you can.
Fair enough, jump around, but just pick one.
What do you want him to do? Jump around or pick one?
No, like you can jump around, but eventually you have to pick who you're with. Your Marvel or DC.
I would go with Marvel.
I had to give.
Although it's Sony, not like
Pascal Pictures.
Although I am quite interested in Morbius. It's quite a.
I'm interested to see what Pascal Pictures does with Morbius.
Yep.
Did you see the name of the new Spider-Man movie?
No.
Spider-Man 2 Far From Home.
Huh.
Because, Homecoming, Far From Home.
Because he's going to be in London and that.
Goes into production next month.
Mm-hmm.
Landing, baby. You think we should go down and try and get ourselves a part?
I do.
We'll just run around. Go, web shooters!
Alan Partridge. Tom!
You big prick. Yeah, we could do that. We could try that.
Tom!
See how he gets on with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested because Jared Leto does look like he could be a vampire. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprised he's not played one already. He probably has at some point.
Yeah, I've only read one graphic novel with Morbius in it, and he's a pretty interesting character.
Cool.
So I am interested in that.
I'd rather see Jared Leto play Morpheus.
Why?
I don't know. I just Morpheus sounds about right.
Whitewashing. Did you read? There's been a hell on with Scarlett Johansson because she's playing a transsexual or something.
Oh, brilliant!
Transgender or something along those lines.
And they want a transgender to play that role. Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. Fucking idiots.
She can't do anything right, bless her.
Nobody can do anything right.
No.
I didn't realise. You know that movie Snow White and the Huntsman with Chris Hemsworth? I didn't realise there was fuck on with that because obviously there's got 7 dwarfs in it. And it's like Ian McShane, Bob Hoskins, all that lot, right?
Warwick Davis? Was Warwick Davis in it?
No, I don't think he was.
How do you do Snow White and the 7 dwarfs
without Warwick Davis?
Warwick the fuck Davis?
Because he was off doing that show with Bear Grylls, man. Have you seen that?
I have
He's
not.
got a TV show on ITV with Bear Grylls.
I'm not... Right, okay, this is going to get a lot of listeners going, fuck you, man! But I think... I'm not taking anything away from Warwick Davis.
I'm on the listener side with this, by the way.
Yeah, he's a bit of a media whore. He'll do fucking anything.
Oh, yeah, and he knows that, though.
Yeah.
He knows that's what
it
he
just
is.
annoys me, like, when he... all like panel shows or fucking celebrity meme.
Celebrity Squares.
Yeah, fucking anything like that. He's like, oh, with Warwick Davis. Of course it's got Warwick Davis there. It just annoys me.
Well, now he's all up in the jungle with Bear Grylls.
Shit.
Yeah, man. Walking tightropes. It's quite funny because he has to go full stretch. It's quite funny. But yeah, anyway, so
okay,
like...
Yeah, aye. So there was hell on because, I guess...
There was fuck on because you had people like Ian McShane playing dwarves.
But they did that with The Hobbit.
Exactly. And I don't remember people having fuck on with that. Did they? Maybe they did, I don't know. But like... It can't be easy to go out there and find yourself 7 really good-looking dwarfs for like Snow White and the Huntsman.
No one with Ian McShane's fucking acting ability.
Exactly. This is mental. Like, we're making light of it, but people need to calm down. Like,
that's not going to happen.
If they want to hire Scarlett Johansson to play a transgender role, that's who they want to hire. Let's just see what she does with it.
And, like all this shit about whitewashing and all that kind of thing. Okay, right. I get it kind of, right? But fucking hell. Like, if they're wanting to sell a movie, okay, so it's like it's a Japanese anime, whatever the fuck movie, a live action version of that movie, they're wanting to sell it to an American audience. Yeah. They need an actress that a Western audience. Yeah. They need an actress that fucking Western people are going to want to see. Mm-hmm. And you're going to make us joke there.
No.
Okay, right.
What was my joke?
Well, why would you hire ScarJo then?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, that is a good joke, but no, like...
I just said ScarJo. I feel like a complete cunt now.
I'm completely with you there. But, like, I get that whitewashing is a thing. I get that it's been happening over the years. But personally, when I watch a movie, I want the best actor for the job.
Like Tilda Swinton in Doctor Strange.
Exactly. Like,
she was literally the only thing in that movie worth watching.
Exactly.
And people were kicking off because she wasn't Asian. Well, you know what? It's Tilda the fuck Swinton.
Exactly.
Shut up.
She's British and she can do anything.
So, yeah, ma'am.
So,
next.
Boom, mic drop.
Yeah. What were we even talking about there? I can't remember. Yeah. Right, next. Disney and Fox.
Oh, what they're
doing. The
doing.
deal has been approved by the Department of Justice.
Okay, right. So in comes Comcast with another bid.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
I think it's like 85 billion now. Yeah.
I'm sure Comcast can squeeze in another billion.
I just, you know, when I read that, like, I just felt like there was a wham coming. Like, just it just feels like there should be a wham.
By the time that deal is done, anyway. Don't get me wrong. I'm with everybody who wants all of the Marvel characters, because it's basically Marvel they want. That's what they want. They want those characters back. Yeah. And I'm with people. I want to see the Fantastic Four interacting with the Avengers and all that. I would love to see stuff like that.
I'd like to see what they do with it.
But I'm at the point now, I'm already getting to the point with those movies anyway that, like, I'm no longer rushing out to the cinema to see them.
Yeah, I know.
I'm already there. So when you throw in another 30-odd characters that, to be fair, I'm not a big X-Men fan anyway. Wolverine's as much as I like. So it's like, if you start throwing those guys in there, I'm just going to be like, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I think I'm done.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I agree with you.
And I personally don't think I'll be the only one.
No, you're not. You're definitely not. I read the other day that Kevin Feige has said that they've got another 20 movies in development.
That is mental.
And, you know, if they'd said that like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we would have gone, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Now it's like, really?
Yeah.
Honestly?
Like, they are really going to have to change the game up.
Yeah, they are.
After the next Infinity Wars, the game is going to have to be so different. Because I'm already, like, I'm nearly tapping out on this.
Yeah, I mean, I read a headline when I was on Den of Geek before. I read a headline review of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and the headline was Ant-Man loses its sting. So, I mean, we don't judge a movie on other people's reviews.
I tend to, but we don't like to.
No, but you judge a movie on other people's reviews when people say it's good.
Right.
You decide for yourself, no, I'm not going to like that.
Pretty much. I am an antagonising bastard.
I'm aware. I've met you. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing the X-Men and Fantastic Four, more so the X-Men, in the MCU. But I think that the superhero bubble hasn't burst yet, but it's fucking sure starting to deflate.
It's very close.
So, yeah. And like you say, by the time it goes through and by the time they develop a movie and get them into the universe, I don't think people will care anymore.
Nah. I can only speak for myself, but I remember a time when there was an Avengers movie coming out, whether it was Avengers or one of the standalones, and I couldn't wait to get to the cinema and see it. And I'm now looking. Me and Lindsay were looking at going to the cinema soon, and I'm looking to see what's coming out that isn't a superhero movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, I want to. Ocean's 8. I actually really fancied going to see Ocean's 8.
I'm actually fancying it as well. I won't lie.
Mostly because I'm like, I love Ocean's 12. I love, not Ocean's 12. I love Ocean 11 and 13. And I'm like, but it's not a superhero movie.
Yeah. You know, it was not. I think was it middle of last year or was it start of this year? Maybe the start of this year when that Darkest Hour came out.
Yeah. And
just sitting down in the cinema and going like, yeah, there's no superheroes in this. It's just a war movie. And
I'm at that point.
I get
Which
you.
sounds stupid because since we've been doing this podcast was pretty much when the superhero thing, it was just about in full swing when we started doing this. And almost every episode, I would say, we talk about superhero movies in some way or another. And it's like, I'm at the point now where, like, I kind of just don't want to talk about them.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that this fatigue is real, that everybody else is on about, but like you say, it definitely is dwindling.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I was more excited for Infinity War than you were.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to see it. They've started filming Wonder Woman 84 this week, I think.
Looking forward to that.
That is interesting as hell. I'm looking forward to Aquaman, which is out now in a minute, I think, isn't it?
December?
December, is it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. I've not really got any interest in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Nah. As much as I loved that first movie, and I did love that
I'll wait
first
for
movie,
the Blu-ray or Netflix or whatever, but...
I watched the trailer for the second one, and I'm just like, it's more of the same, I'm not that fussed.
Yeah.
And they can't really... In the trailer, they can't really pull me in with the whole going gigantic thing.
Because they've done that.
Because they did it in Civil War, and it looked great. And it was like, yeah, you've done that, though. We've seen that. Like, you've got to bring something else out of your bag of tricks.
Aye. Yeah. Well, we'll see where it goes.
Hopefully it's a great movie, so hopefully.
Yeah, Men in Black 4
Oh my god, don't start.
is filming in the summer.
Is it Men in Black Jump Street 4?
I've not read anything about it being that, or about the involvement of Tommy Lee Jones or Will Smith. I'm assuming they are.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth is in it.
Okay.
Tessa Thompson. I'm not entirely sure who that is.
Valkyrie from...
Ooh,
Ragnarok.
right, okay.
I'm sure
fair
that's
play,
her.
fair play.
It might not be, but I'm sure
Liam
it is.
Neeson, because of course...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come to that in a minute.
That's a weird Men in Black movie.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Liam Neeson's going to be like heading up the division.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing an American accent again.
Sweet.
Yeah. Next, Paramount
Cool.
are rebooting the Turtles.
The Ninja Turtles.
But they're going to recast them. Apparently, this is just a thing that's not like 100% confirmed, but it's all but. They're going to recast the Turtles, but all of the producers, including Michael fucking Bay, all of the producers and all the writers and all that are the exact same as the original fucking two movies.
Okay.
What's the point of that? If something didn't work, like the only things that did work in those movies, I mean, we were both we
What
both
didn't work?
enjoyed them.
I thought both those movies were great.
Because they didn't make all the money.
No, they didn't make all the money, but you're kind of catering to a new audience now.
Like say what was it? Out of the Shadows.
Yeah.
Didn't make like Avengers money. Basically, that's what it was. I guess.
Okay.
They expected it to make all the money. So because of that, like say I think Tomb Raider, which I've not seen yet. They weren't happy that it didn't make all the money, so I believe that they're ditching the lass who played Lara Croft.
That was really good, giving her a chance.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So they're ditching her apparently, and they'll probably do another fucking reboot again in a minute. I wouldn't. Anyway, so yeah, fuck that shit, man. Next, Sam Mendes and Steven Spielberg are teaming up to do a World War I drama.
Okay.
Called 1917.
Okay.
Can you guess which year it's going to be based in?
I was wondering what war it was going to be.
I told you which war it's going to be.
Which one? World War One.
Yeah.
It's not my favourite.
It's not your favourite?
It's not got a very good soundtrack.
No, but it's not. It wouldn't do.
Just Beatles of banjos like, when I'm cleaning windows. George Formby in that.
Wow.
If you could see what I could see when I'm cleaning windows.
I don't think that was World War One.
Yeah, but that was his song, wasn't it? I at least got that right, tell me.
Maybe.
George Formby?
Yeah, I know you.
He's a dude.
Yeah. Meh.
Right, okay.
Right, last bit of news. Let's move on after this. Apparently there's going to be a Jean-Luc Picard Star Trek series.
Yeah, I keep reading this. I keep reading it. Like, I
Patrick
wasn't sure if it was
Stewart
bullshit.
is a ball hair away from signing up for it.
With freaks?
I don't know. There's not a lot of news about it, other than Patrick Stewart is very, very damn close to signing on the dotted line to play Picard again.
Is it going to be coinciding with Discovery?
Well, no, it can do, because Discovery's based in Kirk times.
Yeah, but they went into the Phantom Zone, didn't they? Or the Mirrorverse, or whatever it is. They've toyed with that a little bit now.
They went into the Mirrorverse, but they came back again.
Yeah, but
and at the very end of season 1, like they met the Enterprise. Yeah. So I think you're going to have Spock in series 2, which will be interesting. But it should be Zachary Quinto, but it's not going to be.
Be Miles Teller.
Yeah, I'm assuming I don't really want to see a prequel. How would you do a prequel with Picard?
I don't know. Did he die in the TNG?
No.
They could do a sequel.
The last time we saw Picard was Nemesis,
Right.
and he was still on the Enterprise.
Is that when Tom Hardy was trying to kick shit out of him?
That's the one.
Beast.
Underrated movie.
It is, because Tom Hardy's in it.
Yeah.
Which makes it infinitely
playing
better.
like young Picard. And I think he's good. Anyway, yeah, I'm interested as fuck. It's Jean-Luc Picard. Come on.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of the Enterprise E.
Mm-hmm.
That could be all right.
Or F.
Ooh, Enterprise F. Mm-hmm. Give us a whole new Enterprise. I like that. I like that.
Whole new. I didn't know that was another Enterprise, but
well, there isn't yet. But give them a minute.
they could build it.
They could build it. Yeah. If they build it, they will come.
Yep.
Oh, that was terrible, wasn't it?
That was Field of Dreams.
I know.
I like that.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider.
Right. News is done. You got any?
Well, I've got one that I don't know. I really don't want to upset you or anything.
Oh no, I don't believe you.
But I have I read today this little bit of it, this little tidbit, and something that we are looking forward to seeing, the Sopranos movie.
Mm.
Have you seen who is signed on to direct?
No, it's been written by David Chase, isn't it?
Yes, it's been written by David Chase.
I've not seen
but this is the
It's not McGee, is it?
Oh no.
It's not that fucker that did the Fast and the Furious and Star Trek Beyond.
Oh, that would be good though.
It would bloody not.
Imagine like a young Tony Soprano like jumping off a I don't know, Mustang onto a cliff. I don't know any cars. Yeah, Alan Taylor has signed on to direct the Sopranos movie. Don't know who Alan Taylor is, do you?
No.
Let me refresh your memory on some classic movies this man has made.
Sarcasm?
A little bit. We'll start with the best movie that I think he's made, and probably one of my favourite Marvel movies, Thor 2: The Dark World.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He also directed one of my favourite Terminator movies.
You're going to see Genisys, aren't you?
Genisys. I mean, that doesn't mean this will be a bad film.
Well, is it not going to be, right, it's David Chase's baby. You're not going to take that away from him and say, right, you've got free reign, son. Genisys the fuck out of The Sopranos. You're not going to do that.
That would be so cool.
It would not.
It would, like, if AJ comes walking out and, like, he just turns into, like, one of those molten lava Terminators.
Or they have the crypto pod and fucking outbox Tony Soprano.
Christopher Eccleston.
CGI Tony Soprano.
Christopher Eccleston walks in. Yeah, Alan Taylor, the man behind Thor 2 and Terminator Genisys, is directing the Sopranos movie.
Oh. You know what? I'm still excited for it. I'm still going to see it.
Has that taken a little bit of a shine off?
A little bit. Yeah.
So what
Why
we'll do
can't
is...
David Chase just bloody do it?
I don't know.
I know he's not a director, but David Chase.
If I honestly thought when I was reading this, I thought, no, that's a terrible idea. If you tap anybody up, any director out there who could do a Sopranos movie and did multiple Sopranos episodes, tap up Steve Buscemi.
I'd be okay with that.
He's a cracking director. He loves the Sopranos.
In there.
It's not going to happen, though, is it?
No, he's doing that thing for Netflix, isn't he? So.
Is he not? No, it's time. Do you know that's
Well, that's filming now.
Yeah.
So by the time they get the script done and all that shite, can they get Martin Scorsese in there?
But Alan Taylor's going to Genisys the shit of it.
You like that, do you?
I do, yeah. He's going to dark world the hell out of the Sopranos. The Sopranos, a dark Genisys world. Mm-hmm. Would you like to move on to the next section before you get angry?
Yes, please.
What do you want to do?
What we got?
We've got What Have You Been Watching? We've got Just the Pilot. We've got Revisited. And Top 5.
Let's do What You've Been Watching, eh?
Okay, What Have You Been Watching? Up next after this cheeky-ass promo. No, actually, that's a lie. Because on the Facebooks, I currently have Hurricane Toby. So we'll just go into that now. And then What Have You Been Watching?
Okay.
Flawless.
In 2018, a crack weatherman was sent to prison by a military cop for a crime he did commit, fare dodging. This man promptly escaped on the London Underground. Today, still wanted by the bar managers of London for unpaid tax. He survives as a weatherman of podcast fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find him, maybe you can hire Hurricane Toby.
Turn off the fucking fucking siren! Are we rolling? Right. Good evening, San Diego. I'm Toby Osmond. Bernadette, for fuck's sake, the teleprompter. I told you put Ron Burgundy on the teleprompter. Completely ruined the sketch. I was going to do the whole thing as Ron Burgundy. God, I love that guy.
Well, I'm sorry, Toby. You're just not very good at accents. I don't think you could hold it up for the whole thing.
What are you talking about? I'm brilliant at accents. You remember Arnie last week? People loved that.
I don't think they did.
Yes, they did. They didn't love you, Bernadette. Sorry, that was really harsh.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
I'm sorry. You're very valued on this part of the show, Bernadette. Thank you, Bernadette. Just go and get me a frappuccino, thanks. Right, so I guess we'll just have to get on with the weather report with me, Toby Osmond, not Ron Burgundy. That's exciting, isn't it? Fuck's sake. Shut up! I don't know if you can hear the street outside. Anyway, East London. Woo! Speaking of East London, I've now, well, sort of moved into my new room at my funky ELW. That's East London Warehouse. Thank you, Anais, for the cool nickname for my new house. I'm building a sort of neo-Tudor castle cave. So any listeners who want to come to my bedroom, feel free. Just post on the Facebook page. So the latest news from the man about town. Last night I was at Opium. Opium is unfortunately not an opium den. If anyone knows a good opium den, let me know, by the way. Answers on the Facebook page. Jokes, haha-ish, haha. Opium is a extremely expensive cocktail club in Chinatown. Don't worry, everyone. I know what you're thinking. Chinatown? That's not Soho. That's not East London. What are you doing there, Toby? People will talk. Don't worry. Chinatown is like 50 foot south of Soho, so it's fine. It's in the safe zone. I was there for Sarah Begum, a real-life adventuress, his birthday party. She goes to the Amazon and stuff. And there were some lovely people there, many in the film industry, some not. James Boosh, Ben Richards, my brother from another mother, who actually looks identical to me. Sorry, Ben. Colette, Queen of Cosplay, was there. She's famous in the Comic-Con circles, of course. And lots of other people. And funnily enough, after Opium, I was strolling through Soho, just seeing what was up in the middle of the night, as I'm often wont to do, and I bumped into the Black Site crew, the last film that I did, Tom Payton's film. So, hi, Tom, George, Alvin, Adrian. In fact, speaking of Black Site, sorry, I've got wind. Speaking of Black Site, Fright Fest is on from the 23rd to the 27th of August. And Black Site is closing the festival, which is super exciting. So get along to that on the 27th of August at Prince Charles Cinema in London. Also, kind of Soho, Leicester Square. I'd say it's sort of, yeah, it's near Soho. West End. We'll all be going to the Phoenix Artists Club after that, which is lovely. Funnily enough, where Sarah Begum went after Opium last night. Lovely place. Come and get drunk with us. Stairs, Tom Payton's next film, is starting filming at the end of this very month. And, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cross-gender, sex, non-associated persons, we've got an exclusive. Can we have the exclusive sound effect, please? Yeah. No, that's the fucking siren sound of Bernadette! Oh, God. Sorry, everyone. That was just in case there wasn't a real siren, but luckily this is East London, so we're hoping on a siren. We've got an exclusive cast announcement for 365 Flicks podcast listeners. You are the first people to hear this, apart from everyone I know. The first member of the cast to be announced for the upcoming film Stairs is Toby Osmond. Yes, me. Brilliant. What? Nepotism? What are you talking about, Bernadette? No, I just like Tom Payton's films. They're great. You should watch and buy them all, especially the last one and the next one, which I'm in. Right. I think we should probably get onto the weather report. I think, since this is a weather report. It's hot again. I honestly cannot remember how long that it's been this hot for this long in London ever. Full stop. In my entire life. In my entire 21 years on this planet. I blame climate change, I'll be honest. On the plus side, I do love the sun, and I'm going away to a wedding tomorrow. 80. Hey, what? That was a northern accent, everyone. And it's camping, so it'll be lovely if this sun keeps up, to be honest. If you don't like climate change and you do like, life on Earth and stuff, Stop Trump demonstration is happening next weekend, I believe, because Trump's coming to visit England, apparently. I'll be at Galway Film Festival, of course. So if you're there, instead of stopping Trump, come and say hello. I'm the guy with the big hair. Tan. Lee Apsey, darling, thank you so much. The invite to the new members club in Soho opening, but I will be in Galway. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for listening. I think that's all we've got. You got anything to say, Bernadette? No. Well, thanks very much. Kevin and Chris, back to you. Bye-bye.
No, we're not finished yet. No, we're not finished yet. No, we're not. Okay.
What's this noise, Bernadette? It's the siren to play us out. This isn't a siren, this is the police. So, right, okay. I see what the mix-up is. Okay, well, let's just go with it. Shout out to Kat Ronson, who's just got 20,000 hits on her Love Island piss tape video. Google Love Island Kat Ronson if you want to check that out. Apparently, it'll only make sense if you watch Love Island, which, if you do, you shouldn't be listening to this podcast. Go and kill yourself. And, also, my man, Aaron Shaw, Big As, shout out to his company, Gold Apparel. I'm going to be getting some sweet looking, baseball caps to wear or something. So if you want some funky clothes, get some Gold Apparel, baby. All right. Much love, everyone. See you later. This is Toby signing out. Bye-bye. Fucking fingerprint thing stopped working on my fucking phone. Right. Unlock. Right. You probably cut before this bit, Chris and Cal. Fuck it. God, I'm so lonely.
Greetings from Tromaville. I'm Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma Entertainment and creator of The Toxic Avenger. You know, folks, when the Troma team and I are not making those great movies like Tromeo and Juliet and Terra Firma and Return to Nuke 'Em High, a.k.a. Volume 2, the Troma team and I like to kick back and inhale the most educational and entertaining podcast in the world, Poop Culture.
Hello, I'm Toxie. I love poop culture. Poop culture is the best. I like poop culture. In fact, I even look like some poop right now. If you look closely, kind of a poop.
But I'm 70 years old and I want to blow my fucking brains out. So, honestly, I don't even know why I care.
1, 2, 3, 4. Poop culture, yeah.
So, Chris,
So, Kev.
was hast you been watching? I'm trying to do the German accent.
I know. Okay. I'm aware of what you're trying to do.
Okay. Crack on, what have you been watching? I'll let you start.
Okay, right. The other week, myself and friend of the show, Paul Byrne, decided... What?
Friend of the show?
Well, implied.
They don't send in top fives anymore. The free trade B
Fuck
team.
them ignorant bastards.
Yeah.
They're
shite anyway.
I actually think a couple of them do.
Right.
I think.
You just don't answer them.
No.
Good lad.
No. Yeah, we decided to watch The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Oh, God.
And we played Sam Jack drinking game.
Okay.
Where every time Sam Jack said motherfucker,
Yep.
we had to take a swig of our beer.
What would have been better for that film is to take a swig of a beer every time Salma Hayek says motherfucker. Because she got a potty mouth in that movie.
She did, aye. Yeah. I didn't care for that.
I didn't care for it
I
neither.
kind of wanted to say my ears are not a toilet, love.
She's like a totally super sexy badass woman. She doesn't need to be talking like that.
Plus it's Salma Hayek. She doesn't need to be talking like that.
Salma Hayek?
Yeah. It had its moments.
No, it didn't.
It had its moments.
No, it didn't.
There were a couple of set pieces that were decent, but on the whole,
It's horrible.
it was not good.
It was horrible.
Well, it actually got better as the drinking game went on.
Well, it would.
Yeah,
it
funnily
would.
enough. Because, yeah, we were a bit pissed by the time
Good
we
lad.
went to Foxton's, I won't lie. Yeah. I had a Peroni headache the next again day. It wasn't a good movie, but the drinking game was a good laugh. So I would recommend
There you go
anybody, maybe not this movie, but yeah, that's a good idea. Pick a Sam Jack film and do the motherfucker drinking game.
That's a definite 5-star review right there. Yep.
Yep. You just need to do as hell in the end.
As hell. So,
Go on then.
I haven't been watching very much, and when we get to the TV section, you'll figure out why. But, yeah, I watched a movie with Lindsay the other night called Tag. Have you seen it?
Oh, shit.
Honestly, mate, I was prepared for the biggest abortion of my life. Like, I thought this movie was going to be horrendous. Like, there's some actors in there that I like from things, but I just thought this isn't going to work. You got Ed Helms in there from The Hangover. I'm like, he's hit and miss.
See, our top 5
Yeah.
tonight kind of ties in with this, because when I saw the trailer for that and saw John Hamm, I thought, what the fuck are you doing in that
Yeah.
movie, John Hamm?
Yeah. Well, let me just tell you something.
Go on then.
This movie isn't fantastic. You'll laugh your ass off in moments. There's some really good moments. Some pretty good, like, dare I say it, action set pieces. There are some pretty good ones. I would 100%, after watching this movie, watch a Hawkeye movie. Because Jeremy Renner is so good in this film.
Yeah.
He is like... Because if you've been living in a cave and you haven't seen the trailers, it's about a group of friends.
It's a true story, isn't it?
It's a true story,
Yeah.
yes. Which in the credits, if you sit and watch the credits, you get like home video footage of the guys actually playing, like through the years, which is pretty cool. It kind of lets you know that it was real, like it did happen. So it's a group of friends who, when they're in the first grade, they start playing a game of tag. And then for the next 30 years, they continue playing the game tag. And every year, for the month of May, all bets are off. Whoever's it has to find the other ones. And it's like, no matter whether it costs you your job, your marriage, your whatever, they will just tag each other. But there's one guy in the team who's played by Jeremy Renner who in those 30 years has never been tagged. But this is the year they're going to get him, because this year he's getting married. So they know where he has to be. They know where they'll get him. And you get little little flashbacks of them trying to catch him and stuff like that, and how he thwarts them every time, because he's just a total evil fucking genius. And he's the best tag player ever.
Right.
And it's like, we're sitting there watching it, I'm like, they're all coming together, they're getting all the characters into it. You know, you got John Hamm, as you said, who's actually pretty decent in it.
You know what? He's a bloody good actor.
He is
and
a good
it
actor.
is actually, you know, when we watched Baby Driver,
Yeah.
which was an okay movie. It was way, way, way too pleased with itself.
Yeah.
But it was good seeing John Hamm where he belongs on the on the big screen, and he needs to be doing more movies. So okay, fair enough. You know, make your movies, son. But I did kind of think that's a waste of John Hamm, because it's Don Draper, isn't it?
It kind of is a waste of John Hamm, because he's not the biggest character in it. He's probably not even the second biggest character in it. But he gets some good scenes. Jeremy Renner steals the whole movie, because he's just like, he's so evil. And like,
I mean, if you think back to like The Hurt Locker.
Yeah, yes.
He's
yes.
fucking amazing in
haven't
that movie.
seen-
Just because he's been playing Hawkeye and it's a shit character. It's not a shit character. It's not a great character.
We do waste him.
And like the bloody the Bourne whatever the fuck movie, which was crappy. Just because he's been doing that doesn't, people maybe forget that he is actually a really fucking good actor.
got
I mean, the
chops.
guy's got some comedy chops
he
as well.
has.
Yeah.
And in this film, I was just sitting there the whole time like, I would totally watch a Hawkeye movie right now.
Yeah.
Give me a standalone Hawkeye movie, I'll watch that shit all day, every day. Just because he's so good in it. There's like, I'm not going to say too much about the film, but there's when they go to attack Jeremy Renner, when they go to get him in certain different scenes, everything sort of slows down. And it goes into slow motion as they're running towards him to get him tagged, because that's funnier. It's better seeing it like that. But it also does that because the Sherlock movies, when it goes into Robert Downey Jr.'s head, and he's like, I'll grab him by his arm and I'll break 3 bones in his vertebrae or whatever. He's telling you what he's going to do. Jeremy Renner does that in this movie. So he's kind of like, Harry, I can't remember their names, but he's like, Harry's run towards me. He thinks he's got me. But what he doesn't realise is there's a bucket on the floor and he's going to trip. And then he does that, and there's a bit in like this Alcoholics Anonymous session, and there's like a table with like donuts all over it, and Ed Helms is running towards him, and all of a sudden the donuts are like smacking him in the face in slow motion, and he's kind of like, he thinks he's got me. He hasn't got me, because I'm pretty fucking surgical with these donuts. And I'm just like, that's so cool. Like, Jeremy Renner's got me giggling, and yeah. I wouldn't wholeheartedly recommend it. It's not the strongest recommend ever, because it is quite a weak film in places. But if you're just looking for a fun Saturday night, turn your brain off and have a little bit of entertainment, go for it. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
It's nothing serious. Although they try and go, like, it gets really dark at one point, and me and Lindsay were kind of looking at each other like, holy shit.
What the fuck movie am I watching?
And Ruby was watching it with us. Big mistake. Biggest mistake I've ever made.
Right. Which one to play tag like?
Not ever made, but like, we're sitting there, and I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I knew who was all in it, so I'm like, I'm expecting some choice language. Oh my god, is the language choice.
All right.
Talking about masturbating, talking about hiding their penises, talking about all sorts, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. But you know when you're like 10, 15 minutes into it, and you'd feel like kind of a dick if you told her to go to bed? We were past the point of no return.
Right.
Like, we couldn't tell her to go away. She just had to bear with it, and we just had to...
See, I've not got kids. I don't know what I would do in that situation.
We just had to bury our heads in the sand. It was like, we've made our mistakes. We've made our choices. Bad life choice. It was good, though.
Like me.
And she did say yesterday that she loved it, so... But she would do, because they're talking about wanking and all sorts, and she's got no idea what that is.
Fucking hell.
She's only 10.
So next, I don't know, Pulp Fiction.
Maybe. That would be a good one. I think she'd like that. Yeah, we'll go for that.
Reservoir
next.
Dogs.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll go Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs, right.
Django.
Django.
That would be teaching us something.
It would be, because
History
it's all
lesson.
historic in that.
History lesson.
Yeah.
Nobody could touch us for that one.
It could totally be a true story.
It is, isn't it?
Maybe not that particular character, but in general, yeah.
But the way, crack 'em.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not going there. You're a slave denier. Fuck. I think that's probably a thing, isn't it?
It's probably illegal.
That is probably like a thing in, the deep south.
It'll be illegal everywhere.
Not Cockney.
It'll be illegal in every country but Ireland, because
there are probably people in the deep south of Morocco that are saying that slavery wasn't a thing. They were just there for a laugh.
Be like, that shit didn't happen. Let me go get my gun.
Anyway.
Little Bobby Ray.
Next one. I watched Cage Dive. Open Water 3.
Oh my god.
I know.
Poor you.
Oh, you know what? It was all right.
Is it just the same as Open Water 1?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like a freak.
Not
there's
much
a
else you can do with
rogue wave, and their yacht goes over and all that kind of thing. And they're like, but it's like they're it's not found footage exactly, but it's kind of like it's supposed to be like a documentary where their family members are speaking to the camera, and then it flashes to the story. So they're sort of doing it that way, like his cousin or whatever the fuck in Australia. That was terrible. Yeah, terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. That's why. That's why I didn't try and do Trevor McDonald.
That would have been good though.
And what was coming out there was Morgan Freeman. So, yeah, there's your racist. Anyway. Yeah.
I didn't know what to make of Andy Dufresne.
Now the news at 10. Where was it? I can't remember. Anyway, like, so it's like it's sort of a story of like it's two best mates and one of the mates' girlfriend. But it turns out the girlfriend is sleeping with the other mate, and fucking does a bloody EastEnders wank that we didn't need. And so they go on this. They're going to.
You didn't need story in your shark movie.
No one had just sharky goodness.
Okay.
So yeah, they've got a freak wave, and they get swept, like the boat sinks and all that. So they're trying to survive, and the great whites come and everything. Then it's all right. It was all right. And I'll tell you what, bloody well saved it is. Okay, so I don't think anybody will be bothered about spoilers for that. At the very end of the movie, there's just one survivor, and a chopper comes over, and it starts like thingying down to rescue him.
Can I guess?
So he's got he's got like a thing on with a GoPro thing on, and so he like takes the GoPro off, and like the GoPro goes into the water, just as the chopper's thingy, so the GoPro's like pointing down into the water. And then the fucking great white like goes like towards the thing. I fucking shat myself. Like I was like, oh, there's gonna be a great white. There's gonna be a great white. There's gonna be a great white. And there was a great white, but I still fucking shat myself.
I thought you was gonna say a megalodon jumped out.
Ooh, we were like, You know what? I'm massively tempted to go and see Meg.
Not in the cinema. That's not a cinema movie. Unless you want to see like Jason Statham, oi, you slag, boom.
I'll fucking cut you first, you can't.
Do you think he'll like punch the Meg?
I think he probably will.
Yeah.
See, my thing is, I really, really, really enjoyed the book, but it's just not going to be anywhere near the quality of the book, and I know that.
This movie's a comedy, right? Like Meg's a comedy.
It's been marketed as a comedy.
Yeah, it definitely is a comedy.
And the book is not a comedy.
I think you get eaten by the Meg, and you'll just start using its tonsils as a speed bag. You slag, you slag, you slag, you slag.
Or like you'll follow me, bloody swallow his iPhone, and it'll be like.
I don't know what that is.
Jurassic Park 3, man.
Okay.
Tit.
So
next,
Open Water 3. You would recommend it?
I wouldn't go that far. I didn't put it off.
That's another 5-star review.
Certainly is.
Didn't put it off as hell.
Yep.
So I am going to a Frank Grillo movie, and this one caught me by surprise. You know how every now and then we like to watch movies like Margin Call?
Yaha.
Remember that? This one was called The Crash, and it was all about how it's like the stock exchange. Kind of like these guys threaten the government. We're going to take down the stock exchange. We're going to bring down the money, and we're going to fuck your shit up. And then the government calls in Frank Grillo and his crack squad of computer programming hacker boys, so that they can like stop the terrorists, not the terrorists, but like the hackers from getting into the system and fucking up the stock exchange.
Right. So it's Die Hard 4.
It's kind of Die Hard 4, but like no action whatsoever. A lot of talking. It's Die Hard 4. It's actually a really good film. Frank Grillo's great. He's a really good looking man as well.
I didn't know you were going there. Okay, right.
He is though, but yeah, it's sort of like the backstory for his character is that he is kind
That's
of.
That's a quote as well. Yeah,
he's kind of on trial for another hacking scandal, so he uses this situation to kind of get himself immunity because he knows he can do it, and of course it'll be helping people save their money and all this bollocks. But what you kind of get halfway through the movie is that the government's a bunch of shady bastards.
No.
So they kind of, maybe a little bit, definitely want the stock exchange to fall for a little bit and then rise again. Because it's all about the banks want to get the stocks to fall through the floor so that they can buy all the stocks.
Uh-huh.
And then when they fly straight back up, when Frank Grillo saves the day, they'll fly straight back up. And then they've got all these like 1 penny stocks for like thousands of pounds kind of thing.
And Leo swipes in.
And that's their plan, you know?
Right.
And so Frank Grillo has to like stop the terrorists from taking out, but it's kind of like, is he going to do it or not? because he's kind of living in a grey area. So it's sort of like, it's a good film. Like, it kind of...
I like the sound of that, I do. Yeah.
It's once you get that element of the story, because the first half an hour, you just kind of like, just get on with it, get on with it, get on with it, show me what you're going to do, like, let's just get into this film. But then they throw that angle in at you, and you realise that the banks, some of it is what the banks are doing, which, as we know, is true. You know, we know that it was those shady bastards, you know.
Yep.
And when you get that element of the movie, I'm like, this is a really fucking good movie. Like, it's really good. Some people that you know and some people that you don't. John Leguizamo's in there, but he's playing a really awkward, like, cripple character.
I know that name.
Luigi.
All right, okay, right.
I can't believe I went to the Mario Brothers there.
But I knew he meant, so it's fine.
That is terrible. But yeah, he's in there.
What other movie would you say?
Mario Brothers?
That Son of Sam one?
Son of Sam? God, that's an obscure one.
Isn't it?
Nobody watched that.
I watched it.
Was it Summer of Sam?
Summer of Sam.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I remember the box. The box.
That's as far as you got.
Yeah. No, I watched the movie, but
It's all right.
I remember the box. Was it Maria Sorvino was in that, wasn't she?
Yes.
She's a good looking
yeah, I think
lady.
so.
Adrian
it was all
Brody.
right.
You don't like Adrian
I do
Brody,
not.
but he was in there.
Really? Oh, I don't like it any more than.
John Leguizamo. What else was he in? Oh, Romeo and Juliet. As the Prince of Cats.
I never saw that.
Okay.
Because fuck.
So what else have you been watching?
Right, next. Okay. A film on the Netflixes.
Ooh.
It's a Netflix exclusive, I believe.
Aren't they all?
No, not all of them. Yeah, the film is called Calibre.
You told me about this, yeah. You messaged me about this.
Yeah, so it's a British movie.
Ooh. I'm in
set
now.
in Scotland.
I'm out now.
Fuck you. Yeah. Holy fucking shitballs, what a movie this is.
Yeah.
It's great. Fuck you, I've not even told you what it's about yet.
I know, but it's set in Scotland, you said.
Yeah, so it's about two mates who go on like a hunting trip up in the bumfuck nowhere in Scotland. Yeah. And it's like a tiny little arsey little village. So they're away for a hunting trip. One of the guys is he's got his first born on the way and all.
Nice.
So they're on a hunting trip, and of course, you're inciting
Stuff and
incident. Shit goes down, and the guy who's got a baby on the way accidentally, when he's lining up his sights to shoot a deer, he accidentally, because he's not experienced, shoots a kid. Accidentally square in the head. But
sweet shot.
Yeah, it was a sweet shot actually. I would have been okay with that.
I'd have been quite pleased with
But yeah, so
like, kill the kid, plus side, dead in the forehead. Sweet.
I would have high-fived you.
Talk about a bullseye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like they realise, oh fuck me, what we're going to do, kind of thing. So they decide to, something else happens. They decide they're going to leg it from the town and just fuck off back to, I don't know, I guess Edinburgh or Glasgow, one of the two. But someone else has happened the night before, where the other guy's a bit of a fuck up and he's given drugs to one of the lassies in the wee village, and so they're like, oh, you
rascals!
Aye, you can come to our village and give us drugs when you bring a decent bag to school.
Tracy Snedden.
Your face is the same colour as your neck. So they like slash.
The fuck was that?
Tune the neck, tune the fat man.
Tracy Snedden.
So the guys from the village fucking slash their tyres so they can't get out.
Oh,
I know.
You're no getting it.
Mm-hmm. So they're kind of stuck there, and they're like, so the people from the village start going, where these people are missing, will you help us with the search? And so they're like, yeah. And, well, what else are they going to say? No, we killed them.
So is it like Wicker Man?
No.
Just with way less orgies.
100% less orgies.
100% less?
Yeah.
Oh, there's got to be at least one orgy.
You know what?
That's what they do up in the Highlands.
Tense as... Oh, definitely. It's tense as fuck, man.
Yeah.
It's great. It's so good. It's a good cast as well. I can't remember any of their names, but you'll
I
know
do
them.
keep seeing it when I'm flicking through, so I might give it a go.
Aye. Very, very, very good film.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I will give that a go, because I keep seeing it, and I need something new. So yeah, I got Brit movie too.
Ooh.
not only is it a Brit movie, but it was cinematographed. Cameraman was was the one and only George Burt from Tom Payton fame, Black Satan, Pandora.
I'm aware of him. I've met him.
A movie called Gangland Revenge.
Ooh, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen him sharing that on his Facebooks.
Very good movie. I'm not going to say too much about it because you should definitely give it a watch. And
how did you get this? Did he send you a screener?
No, it's like on digital download.
Is it?
Yeah,
Alright.
you can get it on like Amazon. iTunes.
I was going to kick off because it's like, another fucking screener he's handing not to bloody well. Bastard.
George wouldn't send me that. He's not that pally with me. But yeah, Gangland Revenge. Ian Beattie is we've interviewed him.
Ooh.
So he's the sort of the main sort of antagonist type character. He's awesome. I forget what the hero guy. I forget what his name is. Like his actor name, not his name in the film. But it's sort of like the main guy's son goes into a little bit of a dodgy drug deal because he wants to prove himself to some gangsters. It all goes a bit Pete Tong. Because it's not actually drugs, there's people inside the container.
Oh shit!
So he's like, I'm not wanting any part of this, and they're kind of like, you've seen too much now, so you're gonna get dead. So they murderize him. This all happens in the first 10 minutes, so don't worry about it. Ian Beattie gets his kid to murderize the kid.
Murderize the kid.
Yeah. And then his pregnant girlfriend finds the body, and then the dad finds out what's happened. And he's all like, I'm going to get my Gangland revenge.
So I am. Yeah, George, if you're listening, George, can you, set us up with Ian Beattie? Just, not even an interview, just a pint.
We spoke to Ian Beattie, and he was a bloody thoroughly nice bloke.
He was.
He was a thoroughly nice bloke.
I know you're doing. Don't worry.
Tim Nice, but Tim.
I know.
Thoroughly nice bloke.
Thoroughly bloody nice bloke, I think you'll find.
The thoroughly bloody nice bloke.
Now you're doing Chris Eubank.
Chris Eubank. Simply the best. I'm the best at being the best. I'm a boxer.
Wow. Yeah, so George, just set us up with a pint with Ian Beattie.
Yeah, man. Honestly, really, really good film. We know George has got the eye for the camera. Like, we've seen some beautiful stuff he's already done. You know, on the money that this guy's been given on some of these movies that he's doing, it's like, how the fuck is he doing that? Like, how is he making these movies look so good? And the fact of the matter is, Gangland Revenge also comes with a very good script, a very tight script, some great dialogue, and just some great Ian Beattie scenes. I really don't want to get too much into it because you need to.
I'm going to have a look. Amazon, did you say?
It's like Amazon, iTunes. It's digital download pretty much everywhere.
I will have a damn well look.
Definitely, and you'll love it because my God, Ian Beattie's just a fucking force.
Oh yeah.
Merrin Trant. This is Sir Merrin Trant. I would totally use that on the start if you didn't pick the damn thing up.
Yeah. It was our steady on, son. You were going to say that, were you?
No.
Calm the fuck down.
No. He would have taken my firstborn. Game of Thrones reference. Who?
No, you would have gone too old.
Sweet. Oh. What have you been watching?
Too far?
A little bit.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I am going to talk about one more film positively, and then I've got two films I'm just fucking pissed off about.
Okay.
So the last film I'm going to talk about positively is Rampage.
Awesome. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, so I saw Rampage this week. I went into it not expecting a great deal. I thought, Godzilla. A fucking million times better than Godzilla. It's not hard. But at least your fucking leading man is in it the entire way through.
He was.
Shit. It's great. It's nonsense. It's complete fucking nonsense.
Yeah, it's just popcorn.
It's just absolute fucking bollocks. But you know what? I cared about the fucking gorilla ape thing. George, I said to you at one point, if George dies, spoilers.
Yeah.
If George dies, I'm going to cry my eyes out. But there was the CGI was ropey in a couple of places.
A touch.
There was fucking
the werewolf mostly. Didn't look great.
I liked the big crocodile fella.
He was fantastic.
There was a bit where he was like crawling out of and into a building in the 75 911s bit.
Yeah,
it was
a million 911s.
It was like 175 911s. It was devastation. I'm not sure what that was.
Pure carnage, eh?
That's what it was. But Yeah, you know what? I had a fucking great time watching it.
It's fantastic.
I really enjoyed it.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, man. Everything he touches, well, not everything, but
Not quite everything.
solid
Not quite everything.
gold.
I was a little bit worried about him. I didn't think that Baywatch was as bad as people said. I thought it was an okay movie. I might watch it again, but I didn't think it was as bad. But I was a little bit worried about him after Baywatch. Just because it was a fucking flop, wasn't it? So
if we know one thing, it's that Dwayne The Rock Johnson can take a bit of flack and just bounce back.
Oh yeah,
dude, he's been in some amazing movies. He's had some rave reviews. He's been in some stonkers, and he's come back.
Has he been
every
in some
time.
stonkers?
Well, Be Cool. Like, as much as I love Be Cool, he didn't get a very good write up for that film. But then again, it was sort of like his second movie out of the WWE.
Right. I can't think of that one.
A lot of people
Mummy
didn't
Returns.
like that. The Hercules movie, not everybody liked that.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so like kind of the earlier on ones.
Yeah.
But then like Welcome to the Jungle was bloody good.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one where Walking Tall? That was
great.
fucking great. Yeah.
It's just like he gets a bit of flack, but he's fucking brilliant.
And I'll totally watch that Skyscraper.
Can't wait to see that film. And you know what? I love how the internet started losing their shit saying he couldn't make that jump. I don't fucking care.
It's a movie poster, you total fucking virgin.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Yeah.
He can
It's
make
The
any
Rock.
jump.
He can fucking do what he wants.
Have you seen what Shane McMahon can do? I'm sure The Rock could make that jump.
Coast to
It's
coast,
just
bitch.
coast to coast from a crane to a skyscraper. Easy peasy.
But not going to give much away about the plot, but it's like it starts off in space and
It's not hard to give away
it's not,
plot
is it?
points.
But it starts off in space and they're doing experiments on like a rat or something.
Yeah.
Shit gets real. The like space station crashes to Earth into a zoo where The Rock is a doctor.
Yeah.
Of course,
Because that would work.
no, totally would, but he's all muscly and that because it's
And
The
he
Rock.
also played the Doctor in Jumanji.
He was a kid.
No, he's Dr. Stoneheart when they went
Was that
in.
the name of his character?
Yeah,
that
when-
doesn't count.
Of course it does.
Yeah, so the thing crashes to Earth, and so it kind of like infects, I guess, Wolf and the ape.
The ape and the crocodile.
Yeah, the crocodile.
The werewolf. The
So it's like different. So it's like morphing the genes and all that kind of shite.
Because that's all the rave.
Of course it is. There was a thing on last week tonight about that. That apparently that is all the rave.
Aye. Oh well.
Aye, but really good movie. I had a great time watching it.
So you had a great time watching it. I had a great time watching it. The Rock clearly had a blast making it because he just couldn't look any happier in that movie. Big shit-eating grin all over his face. How much of a good time did you think Joe Manganiello had? I can't say his name. Joe Manganiello?
Yeah, he was hardly in it.
Yeah, I was a little bit shocked at that.
Like,
Lindsay kind of like...
what actually happened to him?
Lindsay kind of watched that bit and she was like, yeah, I'm out.
Did he die?
He got eaten. Because the helicopter came to save him.
Right.
And then the wolf jumped on the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
it turned up behind him and he was like, nah, shit.
Aye.
How much of a blast did
yeah.
you think Jeffrey Dean Morgan was having?
Well, Jeffrey Dean Morgan was playing Negan.
Yeah. He's like, holy shit.
He was
I'm going to get Lucille.
he was playing Negan.
Basically,
100% he was playing Negan.
100%, yeah.
He was all right.
Yeah.
He was all right. He was fine. He was okay. The two fucking big bads in charge of the company or whatever, they were straight out of a pantomime. You know how you had the woman,
In
like,
the,
that was
in the
like
room.
brother and sister or
Yeah.
something,
Oh,
and
God.
the guy was a bumbling chock because of course,
Yeah.
and the woman was she was a hard ass
Lesbian.
genius evil bitch.
Lesbian.
Because that was fucking ridiculous.
And I was boiling because she was playing a lesbian. And you know what? Real life, not a lesbian. Should have got a lesbian to play that role. See what I'm doing? Call back. That's all bullshit, by the way. But yeah, I love that movie. So, yeah. Rampage.
Yeah.
So now to my reason why I haven't been watching as many movies as I should have this last couple of weeks. I do have one more movie that I'm going to do at the end of the section, but Power.
Oh yeah, I've not watched any more of it.
We did just the pilot on the last episode.
Yeah.
I came came clean and told you that I'd done about 2 or 3 episodes, in fact. In the last 2 weeks, I've caught up. I've watched all 4 seasons.
Oh, no.
And
season
5 started this week, and I watched the first episode straight away. That show is the balls.
Yeah, I need to get back into it. I just, I will also explain why I haven't been watching much TV in a minute.
Is it Hell's Kitchen again?
No.
Good. But yeah, like, that TV show's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those shows that hits the sweet spot of the 10 episodes. Like, we keep on saying that the Americans really need to adopt what we do. And do like the 6 to 8 to 10 episodes,
definitely.
12 episodes, even you can get away with that. But cut it off. Don't do this like 24 episode arc or this. We're going to do 24 episodes, but we're going to split it in 2.
You know what? That's dead. That shit needs that format is dead.
Just do each season 10 episodes, 8 episodes to 10 episodes. Just do that. Power. Because of that, I can't remember. In 4 seasons that I've watched, I can't remember a single filler episode.
Yeah.
Like,
I definitely I need to get back into it, man.
It's so
fucking
good.
hell.
And not the main guy that plays Ghost, but the guy that plays his partner, his business partner, Tommy Egan. The guy's called Joseph Sikora.
Aye, who's great.
So good. And you know what? From what we saw, we thought he was good. See, like, the last 2 episodes of season 2 onwards, by far and away the best character in the whole show. He steals every scene he's in. And in the last series 4, he just drives the whole show. It's so good. I couldn't stop binging it. I was watching like 3-4 episodes at a time. I was just like, this is the best show that I'm watching right now. It's the best show on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Right
Fair
now,
play.
definitely.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? It was recommended by my boss and my boss's wife. And I was basically like, 50 cents in it. Not watching that.
That was why I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Because the thumbnail on Netflix had him, and I was like, no.
Every time
no,
it was
thank
like,
you. No, thank you.
Oh, look, there's 50 Cent right there. And then you turn it on, and the theme tune's the 50 Cent song. And then pretty much all the way through the series, there's like loads of 50 Cent songs in the background. I'm like, fucking 50 Cent. But he's actually pretty fucking good. And it's almost as if between season 2 and 4, because he's not in season 3 that much, but it's almost as if he took the time off that year to go and do some acting classes.
Right.
Because he's brilliant in series 4. You're sitting there going, my God, how good is he? It's like he just went off and he was like...
So he came back and did some, like, Joy Tribbiani smell the fur acting in that.
He's like, somebody needs to teach me how to act because this shit ain't gonna fly. And then he's like, he's amazing in series 4. So yeah, Power... We did it on just the pilot, but my God, I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah, I was really enjoying it, and just, Right, I've got 2 movies to talk about, but I'm going to do it in very quick succession.
Go for it.
Yeah, so the first one, I watched about 20 to 30 minutes of The Snowman.
Oh, is that the Fassbender thing?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Terrible.
Awful.
Yeah, I think I got like 5 minutes in.
Yeah, absolutely shocking.
Fassbender's better than that.
Is he? I'm not sure if he is.
Oh, we've always been fans of Fassbender.
Yeah, name one.
That one?
Name one.
First Class?
Is it maybe... Fuck that. Is it maybe time to admit that maybe he's not as good as everybody says he is?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I was trying to think... The last movie that he's in that I can remember fucking loving was that one with where Brendan Gleeson plays his dad. Where like they're the Travellers.
All right, I didn't watch that. Yeah,
I can't remember what it was
telling
called.
me about that.
That was the last one I can remember thinking, yeah, that's bloody good. But that was mostly because Brendan Gleeson's in there.
Are you having your memories tainted by Alien?
Possibly.
Because
the Nelson Mandela effect thing.
He's wanking those movies.
He's playing the flute with himself.
He's teaching himself to play the flute.
Yes, he certainly is. I'm not sure, mate. I'm really not sure. I can't think of a Fassbender film that is mind-blowing. It's like a mind-blowing performance. And everybody goes on like this guy's fucking incredible Daniel Day-Lewis-y. And I don't think he is.
Michael
I don't think he is.
Michael Fassbender. I'm going to
Go on then. Go on then.
There's got to be one Michael Fassbender.
Right, you look at that, right? Because I'm not going to speak about the Snowman because fuck that. But I watched another one. In my infant wisdom. Meant it.
I know you did. I wasn't questioning that.
I watched The Commuter.
Oh, no. There's an actor who needs to quit.
Just don't watch it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to.
You know what? Again, our top 5 tonight, like good actors in bad movies.
Yeah.
Fucking, what's her name? Vera... what's her name from The Conjuring?
Oh, yeah, Vera Farmiga.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it. She's kind of like the big bad in it.
Okay.
She is so much better than this shit. She is. And yeah, so it's about a guy who's a normal commuter. He's fucking the rat race and all that shit.
Yeah.
And so Vera, says to him, there's somebody on this train who doesn't belong on this train, and we'll give you $100,000 if you find her or him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the movie becomes. So it sort of becomes like a, what was the Jodie Foster one on the plane?
Flight Plan.
That's the one. Kind of, sort of, a little bit becomes that, where he's trying to find people fucking who don't belong on the train and everything, and it becomes all like a big conspiracy theory. It's wank. It's fucking terrible.
It sounds.
Liam Neeson is just destroying his. Yeah, it's Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be doing this shit. I know that he found like a sort of career sort of resurgence with Taken, and then he started doing that shit to, I guess, pay the bills kind of thing.
Taken 3 run all night.
But come on, it's fucking Liam Neeson.
I know.
He shouldn't be doing this shit, man.
He's in Gangs, man.
Exactly.
In Gangs.
For fuck's sake, it's Liam Neeson. He shouldn't be doing this. It's
I know.
terrible. It's a terrible, terrible movie. It's so fucking mundane. I did watch it all because,
It's Liam Neeson.
well, the remote was all the way over there. I don't know, man. And the American accent is fucking getting worse and worse as well.
Yeah, he was never very good at that anyway.
I didn't notice it as much in the Taken movies and whatever. But, like, it's just all the same shite over and over again. Fucking Taken Unknown. What was it?
The Grey.
Something to do with Tombstone. Oh, the Grey. Something to do with Tombstones. That's the one. Aye, that was fucking awful as well.
Awful, yeah.
But since when did Liam Neeson turn into a guy who's fucking churning out movies like fucking, I don't know, Dolph Lundgren or
Nicolas
bloody
Cage.
Jean-Claude Van Damme or Nicolas Cage? It's Liam Neeson. You're better than that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wasn't going to give that one a go, to be honest. Not for me.
Don't.
He was in Inglourious Bastards. I don't remember who he played, but he was in it.
So, yeah, that's a good fucking review.
Centurion, remember that film? With Jamie Bell?
Yeah.
Billy Elliot? No, that's about it.
So, I'm totally right in everything.
12 Years a Slave? Didn't watch it.
No, fuck that.
Frank? I watched that. Terrible.
Didn't watch that.
Maggie's in it.
Maggie.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Right.
Steve Jobs movie.
Fuck that.
No, not having it. Loads of X. Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Definitely fuck that.
Right, come on then.
Yeah, so,
what else?
So we agree on this episode, 114, Michael Fassbender is not as good as everybody thinks.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. And most of that for me is the whole alien thing. Like, I don't need to see a man blow himself while playing the holes. It's not for me.
That's not what you said when I started doing it.
I'm quite a good flute player, though.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah. I taught myself. I made a replicant of myself and taught myself. That's how you do these things.
Right then. Brilliant. One TV show to talk about, Glow Season 2. I know you never watched Season 1, but...
of what?
Glow.
Oh, the wrestling
Gorgeous
thing.
ladies of wrestling. Yeah. So
Is that the woman, is the main woman, is her from Community? Annie.
Alison Brie or something?
Yeah, she was Annie in Community.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that, and I might watch it because of that, because I really liked her in Community.
She's good. She's really, really good in it. The whole show's good, honestly.
So what they're doing now, they're making a TV show from what I can tell.
Yeah, the first one was building up to make the pilot.
Right.
And so season 2 is making the first season of the show.
Right.
And,
Is it a WWE show?
No, it's Glow.
Okay.
But you've got Carlito does a cameo.
Carlito.
You know, the guy who ate the apple. And
Oh, God, okay.
he does a cheeky cameo. Chavo Guerrero does a cheeky cameo as
Okay.
well.
Not my favourite Guerrero, but...
Yeah. Well, no, the favourite one's dead, isn't he? So he's not going to
Well,
do
no,
it.
it's Vicky.
Oh, right, okay, fair play.
Excuse me! Is that good?
It was good. It was uncanny. Don't do that again.
It was totally uncanny.
Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it. You should give it a go. I know you're not going to do that, but you should give it a go.
I think it's the setting. It's the period piece. Like, I tried to put it on that one time, and it just didn't vibe. I wasn't feeling it.
You don't. It's
I
like
know-
set in the 70s or 80s or whatever.
I'm normally quite good with that kind of thing, but I don't know. Maybe there's just too much women in it.
Oh.
You know, I'm not all for equal rights like most people.
I know you are. I know.
Like,
I know.
I like women to know their place, and it's not on the TV screen
Or in the ring.
or in the ring. Yeah, it's called a ring for a reason. Don't know what that means, but
No,
I said it.
Me either.
I said it.
Yeah, and you did a little head jiggle as well. Good
No,
lad.
I might give that one a go.
No, I enjoyed it. It was, there's a lot of, they do a sort of side story about, like, sort of like a Me Too type thing.
Hashtag me too.
Don't do that. But, like, there's Alison
Yeah.
Mimime is, like, approached by a sort of studio exec who he kind of makes it clear that he wants to fuck her. And
As they all did back then.
she says no, and then the show kind of gets put to like a graveyard slot.
Oh.
And so she's like, well, what was I supposed to do? Let him fuck me? And she's not her mate because of the reason. But she's like, well, yeah, let him fuck you. So they have that sort of going on. It's great. It really, really is. It's well written. It's well acted. You've got good actors in there, good characters in there. I really do think you should give it a go.
Okay.
But you're not going to, are you?
No, I will. I promise.
Yeah, that's the only TV show I want to talk about. Have you got anything else?
One last thing, and I'm not going to go on too long about it. Lindsay and I have been binge watching the new Making of a Murderer TV show on Netflix.
Was that the season 2?
No, it's not. It's like they're calling it the new Making
Oh, I
of a
see.
Murderer.
Sorry, right.
It's basically like another crime. Guy got done for it. Did he or did he not?
Oh,
do
is that
it
the
type thing.
one where the guy had the bomb around his...
That was brilliant, but no, not that.
All right.
This one was called Staircase.
Ah, yeah, I started watching that.
And it's all about the guy who pushed his... Well, a woman was found at the bottom of the stairs. He gets arrested because they say that he pushed her down the stairs and beat her to death. He says he didn't. It all goes to trial. That's what the show's about.
Right.
And it's kind of like, did he or didn't he? And it's sort of like... But the movie, the show comes from the point of view of documentary filmmakers who the guy called and got them to film everything that was going on. Like the guy who was on trial got them to film everything that was happening because he was convinced that it was going to be a fuck up. Like, they've got him and that's it. They're gonna charge him. He's gonna get guilty. He's gonna be sent to prison and all that. So he wants it all to be documented. So the documentarians are like, because during the trial he's got bail obviously, so he's at home and they're recording him during the trial and everything, and they're recording the lawyers and the solicitors and all that, and the kids because he's got a couple of kids and all that, and it's quite good. But yeah, I was like sat there the whole time like, you did it. Like, you did it. I don't care what anybody tells me, you did it.
Same with that fella from...
Yeah, Stephen Avery definitely did that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
And Brendan Dassey did it as well. So fuck the cunts who think he's getting out as well. He needs to rot in jail.
Well, he's been getting out for about a year, hasn't he?
Yeah, they just need to give that up because he was there, he knew what he was doing, and he did it. So let's just put that to bed now.
Then just started playing them all.
Let's put a pin in that shit. But yeah, the whole time I was watching this one, I'm like, yeah, you did it. And you know what it is? It's not for the reason that I thought Stephen Avery did it, as in he was a bit of a reptile. and it's like, you clearly did that shit, because look at you. This was like, he's a well-versed teacher, really intelligent guy, and just the way he was talking, and I'm sitting there thinking, you smarmy shit. Like, you did that shit. You did that. And, you know, you get the trial, you get the verdict, and there you go.
Oh, no spoilers.
I'm not going to spoil it. It's quite a good show, but I'm kind of not that keen on, like, the new Making of a Murderer, the slogan that is.
Yeah.
Like, because...
It's like the next Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Aye.
But me and Lindsay sat down and watched it. I think we've got one episode left, and it's just kind of like... I think once you get past episode 8, there's no point.
Right.
Because the last few episodes are just kind of like, what next? Sort of thing. And it's like, well, I don't really give a fuck what happens
Well, they did that
next.
with Making a Murderer as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
Like, the last episode was, well, this is what we're doing now. He's locked up.
But that's the thing. But I'm starting to think, I couldn't really give a fuck what happens next. You know, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good little show. It's 13 episodes. You get in, you get out. There's some interesting stuff in there, like when the prosecution's putting their case forward, you're like, oh fuck me, there's some really good stuff in there. There's a really good curveball like 3/4 of the way through that I was just like, wow, like did not see that coming, and it's good. It is good, but it's not quite Making a Murder territory.
Yeah, I might give that one a go. I did start the first episode, but I never really got very far with it.
Is it bad that I'm just like 100% he did it?
I should be on jury duty.
I should be, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should.
Cause I'd be like, I was saying that to Lindsay, like, you couldn't have me on the jury duty, because I'd be like sitting there and they would be doing the defense and that, but he did that shit. I'd be like, just give me my slip now, guilty.
The thing is, you're such an awkward prick that.
Oh, I'd be the one guy.
As soon as the guy sat down in the defendant's chair, you'd be going, he did it. And then a month later, they'd be saying, but yeah, Kevin, the evidence that he didn't do it is uncanny. Look at this. Nope, he did it. Nope, he did it. And then your internals would be going, she's about to break.
I'd be like 11 guys in the room sitting there going, innocent. And I'll be like, guilty.
You would?
But Kev, we can't go home until we're all unanimous. Don't think he did it.
Yep. You're like,
Show me one bit of evidence. Show me one bit of evidence. There's loads of evidence. He wasn't even in the country when it happened. Well, I'm just going on your word. What? We supposed to believe that because he said so? That would be me.
No, the police in Italy had him there. Not guilty. Again, the internals, he's about to break. He's about to punch someone. He's going to punch her in the face because I said so.
But then I'd be like that guy that can turn other people as well. I'd be like quietly like egging them on. I'd be like, I don't think he did it. There's not enough DNA.
This is not the guilty.
It'd be like we went in there and there was 11 for guilty and 1 for innocent. 11 for innocent and 1 for guilty. And then after the second day, there was 6 for guilty. It'd just be like, everybody would just be like, fuck this, let's just say he's innocent so we can go home.
Yeah, I can imagine you doing that completely.
We've been here for 2 months, Mr. Halden. Sorry, juror number 12. That'd be good. Mm-hmm. I'd love to do jury duty. Could you imagine doing it in Berwick and some meth head walks into the courtroom? You'd be like, what are we doing here?
No, Berwick doesn't have a court that has juries, does it? As a court.
We could make one.
But
we could just go and sit in the courtroom and just be like, we the jury. We're the jury.
Why not?
He did it. Or we could pretend we're lawyers. I'm this boy right here's a liar, and I'm here to tell you that he didn't do it, so let him off.
Why would you do that in Berwick?
Because you have to sound like Keanu Reeves.
Right.
You could just totally quote Devil's Advocate and be like, do you call him a hog beast? Just sort of like, just start throwing Devil's Advocate quotes all over the place.
Just stand your close and argument. I win! That's what I do!
Awesome. Throw in some like Few Good Men with like, this has gone on way too long. Right, what have you been watching?
I've got one more thing to talk about.
Thank fuck for that.
I have been playing Assassin's Creed Oranges.
Yay!
Oh man, it's addictive as a son of a bitch. That's why I've hardly watched any TV really.
Is Michael Fassbender in it?
Nope.
Oh man.
Yeah, set in Egypt.
Aye?
You knew that already? No?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there pyramids?
Yes.
Sweet.
And you can climb them and everything.
Awesome.
Really? It's great. It's so fucking good.
So, did they have like horse and cart, hay barrel things for you to jump in ancient Egypt?
They had horses and they had hay.
So they had the hay carts
Yeah.
in Egypt at the bottom of pyramids?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Not at the bottom of pyramids.
Where was it at the bottom of?
Like a building and that.
So what did you jump, when you jumped off a pyramid, what did you land in?
You didn't. You kind of like jumped off the top. Because they still do the sink thing, you know, where you get to the top of whatever, like the landmark, and you sink it, and it goes like that. I think I sent you one and you double blue ticked me.
Yeah, I did.
Ignorant. But with the pyramid one, you just kind of you slide down it. It's cute. It's like you're snowboarding.
Sounds awesome. But sandboarding. On feet.
Pyramid boarding.
Aye.
Yep. It's great, honestly. It's really fucking good. It looks amazing.
Aye.
Yeah.
Good. I'm not really an Assassin's Creed guy.
Well, I hadn't played Assassin's Creed since Assassin's Creed 2.
Ooh.
I know.
That was a long time
So it's
ago.
a good long time ago.
Ah.
But,
I played the pirate you one.
yeah, Black Sails? Black Flag?
Black Flag, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I read that one was good. Apparently, I was going to play the London one,
Ooh.
but apparently it was shitty.
Assassin's Creed Landing.
I forget what it was called.
Just Landing.
I want to say Unity, but I might be wrong.
Unity.
Unity.
Oh, Unity.
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 I'm not sure what that is in English.
Unity.
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 Fucking come on, move on.
So, is that the end of what we've been watching? Awesome. Let's go on to the next section. Let's do the old mash together just the pilot and revisit it.
Yeah, why the devil not?
Quick promo. Don't forget, guys, if you are looking for a stylish pair of headphones that, you know, are going to revolutionize your listening pleasures of podcasts, going to really make those ears, it's going to tickle your earbuds. You're going to be walking down the street a happy person because you've got top quality sound coming through those ears. My voice right now probably sounds nice and velvety through these damn things. You need to go to studio.studio.com. Get yourself there. Use the promo code 365flicks, all caps locks, get yourself 15% off. You're going to discover a whole new way of listening to podcasts. Hell, listening to music, in fact. It's all gravy from here. It's like you're sat in the booth with us. And who doesn't want that? Yeah, again, www.studio, S-U-D-I-O. Top quality headphones. Get yourself on there. 365 flicks. Caps lock. In the show notes to this episode, you will find a cheeky little link that will take you straight there, and all you've got to do is find the pair you want. And this promo won't last forever, so, you know, get it done. These things are style and tech, and you don't often get that in your leading brands. So, yeah, episode still in progress. So let's start with Revisited, because I think we've got a lot to say on this. We decided to watch Running Man.
We did.
With Get to the Chopper, Arnold Schwarzenegger. How did you get on with it?
Well, okay, there's a story.
Okay, I like this story. I like stories.
Because, you know, I was going to watch it, and
I like a good story. You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it because, I'll tell you for why. I bought the Blu-ray. I told you earlier on, I bought the Blu-ray of Running Man and Total Recall at the same time, and now I can't find either of them. So it's fucking upsetting. So I was saving it for this afternoon, because I've been off today. Mm-hmm. So I was saving it for this afternoon to watch it, so it'd be all like nice and fresh and ever fun. Mm-hmm. But I went to the Blu-ray shelf, and neither Total Recall or The Running Man were on it.
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
No good.
So I don't know what the hell's happened to them. I definitely bought the fuckers.
Right.
But so I didn't have the Blu-ray, so
Oh, man.
you know, I had a look on Netflix and Amazon, and they weren't on there either. So I was like, well, what are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
So I had a power nap instead.
I feel like there's nothing you could have done in that situation,
No.
to be fair.
So how did you get on watching it?
My story is similar to yours, although I don't own the Blu-ray, so I couldn't
Well,
look.
neither do I anymore, apparently.
So I couldn't look for the Blu-ray. I also did not watch it, and I didn't watch it. I ran out of time. I've been binge watching Power. That's the problem. That's like it's really screwed up my whole life.
And you've been bloody posting shite about fucking the World Cup as well. So
I have. We are doing very well though. We
Who are?
We beat the Colombians. We are. You should be embracing your fellow neighbour to the south. Okay.
what?
Your fellow neighbour to the south. You should be embracing us and saying your triumph is also our triumph.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Well, it should.
Well,
because
it's not.
Don't be mean.
No, I'm gonna. Yeah. So the Running Man was awesome. Will we just like sort of park that and come back to it?
We'll come back to it, like, not next, because to be honest, I mean, I'm saying that I didn't watch it. I did put it on for like all of 20 minutes and fell asleep very quickly. It wasn't doing anything for me, if I'm totally honest
I haven't
with
watched
you.
it in a long time. I'm pissed off that I can't find the Blu-rays.
Graphically, it's challenged. I mean, I do like the shitty 80s graphics that's going on, like stuff like that. But then the first 5 minutes, you've got your old Arnie sitting there,
Yeah,
and he delivers.
because he's in a chopper
He's in
at
the-
the start, and he's ordered to shoot civilians.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not going to do that.
He's going, screw you.
The innocent women and children down
Is this
there.
why you've been doing fucking German accent?
Probably.
All right. You know he's Austrian, right?
Sweet. But, yeah,
Austrian? Yeah, he's
he
Austrian.
delivers a line in the first 5 minutes that really just made me go, you know what, I might just fall asleep. I might, I've made some pretty piss poor life choices in the years I've been alive. And I'm like, I don't think this needs to be one of them where I revisit The Running Man.
Oh. Well, I am going to find my bloody Blu-ray. And Total Recall as well. Someone's been on the rob. I blame you.
We'll park it for a moment and we'll get back to it. Okay. So, do you have anything, any revisits that you want to go back to? Is there any movie from back in the day that you're thinking, you know what, I could do watching that again? Is there anything that springs to mind?
No.
Brilliant.
Do you have one?
No, that's totally fucked this section up, hasn't it?
Do you not have one?
Not right.
All right,
now.
okay. Here's one for you.
Go for it.
Right. And this may not be entirely 0%,
Oh shit.
but it won't be far off it, I guess. It's a Sylvester Stallone movie.
Tango and Cash.
Nope.
Damn.
It is a movie that I have not seen in about 20 years.
Assassins.
And I remember I watched it as a kid and it was funny.
Cobra.
Nope.
Maverick.
Nope. That's fucking Mel Gibson, you prick.
So it is.
No.
Rocky.
The movie that we're going to revisit is Stop or My Mum Will Shoot.
Oh man, I was enjoying guessing.
Oh. So
We'll
keep
do that. I'll watch that.
Stop or My Mum Will Shoot.
Yeah.
Or My Mum Will Shoot.
That's old as balls,
Isn't it? Yeah.
and it's gonna look old as balls and shit as balls.
I remember watching it on like BBC or ITV or something back when it was just council telly.
It's not great.
I can't remember fuck all about it, apart from the moment where he goes, stop, or my mum will shoot.
I can't even remember that, but you're doing better than me.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to revisit.
Sweet. It's better than the one I was going to choose.
What were you going to choose?
1996's Chain Reaction. With Morgan Freeman and Keanu Reeves.
Oh, fuck that.
I'm almost certain that is a 0%. But no, we will go with
Stop, or my mum will shoot.
I like that. Let's jump
And
into...
you know what? That's something that I had in my head all the way through. Not stop. Because when you said Chain Reaction, I had the Diana Ross song in my head.
Mm-hmm.
When I was watching Rampage, I had George of the Jungle.
Very good.
Yep, in my head.
So let's do just the pilot.
Yep.
Okay, so the Just the Pilot, this was your baby, so tell us about your enjoyment of this TV show.
Okay, I am making a note so I don't forget this time of stop or my mum.
I'll not make a note, but I'll just message you later.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 10 minutes before.
So, the Just the Pilot was Stan versus Evil that had the... Is it the Doctor out of Scrubs?
Dr. Cox, yeah. Yeah.
John C.
John C. McGinley.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think?
Yeah. Fuck.
It's weird. It's a weird one. I only watched the first episode this afternoon. So it's about a guy who can see witches.
Yeah, you can see witches, but the backstory is that he's the local town sheriff in bumfuck nowhere.
Or he was. He's not anymore.
No, he's retired, yeah. And with being the local town sheriff comes a curse that all the sheriffs in the town are targeted and murdered by witches or demons or whatever from years and years and years ago, because there was a building that got burnt down and they killed 172 people.
Yeah.
So the basic story of the show is that he's just retired and somehow survived any attacks.
Yeah, it starts off at a funeral.
Yeah, it's his wife.
Right.
It's his wife's funeral.
Right. I wasn't paying a great deal of attention. I actually did enjoy it.
Did you?
But I wasn't paying an enormous amount of attention. Maybe that's why. The bit at the funeral where he looks at the seat and the woman's laughing, I thought that creeped me the fuck out.
Yeah, she's creepy the whole time.
Yeah. I didn't hate it.
I'm 100% undecided on this. Like, I don't know what I thought of this show.
There was a few sort of one-liners in there. I thought I had a few laughs at it.
It was trying really hard, though.
Yeah.
And he was trying really hard.
Yeah.
And his humour in, like, in Scrubs and anything else I've seen him in, his humour is usually so effortless. Like, his delivery...
He gets, like, over-trying.
Yeah, like, his delivery's usually flawless on any joke he pulls. But when I was watching that episode, I'm sitting there going, what is going on? Why is he not...
I think
flowing?
it's a trippy as balls show.
Yeah, it's very much like that Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It's a lot like that. I only ever saw a couple of episodes, but that's kind of the same.
Does that have what's his name from Firefly in it?
Yes, Tuddick.
Ginger fella.
Yeah.
I think it's got legs in it.
Yeah,
and I will watch it again.
2 series though.
Right.
Which I didn't realise.
Right.
Like, I put it in and I went to see it, and it's like 2 series. I was like, Jesus. Okay, it might be worth a watch if it's got a second series. I just don't know if I enjoyed it or not.
I was kind of the same. Like, the first episode ended with, they had this sort of mini battle with the witch, and then they were like, slinging the salt and all that shite, and then it ended very, very suddenly, where he was like, I don't know what it was like, just don't worry about it. And then the camera like went to a fucking thing with a red eye. It's like, and then credits.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch more of it.
I think I might give it
first,
more.
but then I'm gonna watch more.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's half-an-hour episodes.
Yes.
By the time you have the break, because it's America, it's like 26 minutes. If you can't watch an episode of that, then what can you watch?
Yeah.
But I felt he was forcing the delivery a little bit. It just didn't feel like it was
like
flowing.
hamming it up.
But then again, it's only the first episode. You've got to get into these things.
Yeah. I think it's something that I could get into. It felt a little bit Buffy-y at times.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
They got the new sheriff. She's not entirely terrible to look at.
No.
So I think I could get a little bit Buffy-y in that. I'm going to rewatch it. I'm going to continue to watch it.
Good man. So I may as well.
Yeah. Would you like to know what we're going to watch next?
As long as it's not Get Shorty.
It is not. So it's a show that's on Sky One. It's been going for a good few weeks now. Maybe about 6 or 7 episodes or something. The show is SEAL Team with David Boreanaz.
I was going to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you are, because that's what we're going to watch for the next episode.
Angel.
Yeah.
He's dreamy, isn't he?
He is dreamy. I feel like it should have President Palmer.
Dennis Haysbert.
That's the one.
Yep.
I feel like it should have Dennis Haysbert in it, but it doesn't.
No, because he did the other one, didn't he?
The unit was great, and it was axed well before its time.
Did it not have like 7 series?
No, it had like 4.
4?
Aye.
I thought that went on for years.
The unit was really good.
Was it good?
And from the trailers, I kind of think it looks a bit Unity.
Right.
But just get Dennis Haysbert should be in everything. So.
Assassin's Creed Unity. Sorry. You said it looked Unity. That's a callback.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Did you ever watch the other one, SEAL Team 6?
No.
Did you ever watch that with Walton Goggins, who I'm a big fan of? That was a really good sort of like TV show about a SEAL team. So yeah, I'm up for that.
Right.
What's it called?
SEAL
Team. I'll give it a go.
SEAL Team. It's on Sky One.
Cool.
Done.
Awesome.
Boosh. Well, we get on to our top 5.
Top 5 actors who are awesome but have done shitty movies. So yeah, we will get into that in a second. But for now, here's a quick promo, yo.
Hey everybody, this is Jason.
And Jeff.
And Blake.
And we're the History of Bad Ideas podcast. And if you like hearing geeks talk about Fisto from He-Man,
or zombies, or dragons, or zombie dragons.
I was given copy to read, but it's a piece of crap. So if you just like any geek or any fun stuff, just listen.
We drop every Wednesday on iTunes, Stitcher, Tangent Bound Network, or WeBeGeeksPC.com.
Oh God, I'm out of here. And remember to wear a coat.
So yeah, top 5 great actors in bad movies. Now, this seemed to be a point of contention on the Facebook with this.
Did it?
Yeah. How did you take this?
I took it as where I saw a movie and an actor who I liked or is talented as balls and thought, what the fuck are you doing in that movie?
Yeah,
that's what I did.
It's pretty much how I took it, but when I first had it in my head, it was like great actors who put in bad performances. That's a lot of what it was in my head.
Right.
But then that's not exactly what I did. So
see, I also got confused on the Facebooks because when I put the photo out, when I put the post out there, I think it was last night, I wrote it wrong. I wrote it the other way around.
Cool.
I did not entirely the other way around, but I think I put it as great actors in terrible movies.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's pretty much what this is.
It got a little bit confusing. Mainly because of fucking Dev.
Well, I have a fun little game we can play with Dev's choices.
Well, so do I. But because he kind of he gave us his top 5.
Yeah.
Which we'll do now in a minute. But he kind of said, well, we could choose the actors.
Okay.
Because I said you need to.
That was my game.
You need to pick the actors.
That was my game.
Well, we're both like.
You just ruined my game.
How did I ruin your game? We're on the same game.
Okay. So, would you like to start with your number favorite?
I would. Okay. Let's see here. Right. Okay. So my number 5 is a Will Smith film.
Ooh.
And the film is After Earth.
So, are you saying Will Smith is a great actor?
I am.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
Look at movies like Ali.
Pish.
What?
Pish.
Ali is not pish.
Name another.
No, I don't want to. No, fuck off. You think of, like, Men in Black, pish. Fucking West, Wild West, Wicked Wicked Wild Wild,
pish.
Independence Day.
Pish.
He's going to say pish to everything.
Yeah. Independence Day, I'll give you that.
That's
pretty awesome.
Oh, but fucking Wild Wild West, no.
Wicked Wild Wild West. Remember when you had to sing that because you lost?
Yeah, I do.
That was awesome.
Well, it wasn't awesome.
It was awesome.
It was fucking
I might have to dig that out. Bring that back.
I don't think you need to. No, but
that is a memory.
Well, Will Smith is a good actor. He can be a good actor. Mm-hmm. Like fucking I Am Legend.
Yep.
He can act. The guy can act. He's charismatic as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put him in this movie where he has to be wooden.
Well, he's not allowed to have emotions in that movie, is he? So,
so the character's wooden. That's not Will Smith. Have you seen the film?
Yeah, of course I have, yeah.
Right. And I just kind of thought, Will Smith, why? Obviously, why is because he wanted to fucking have a vehicle for his son.
That's all it was. Did they not write on a napkin or something? The idea on a napkin?
I think that if you go by We Hate Movies episode on After Earth, it's basically, Will Smith said, right, we're going to make a movie for you, Jaden. Who can we get to direct it? Me. But, so it was like, I think in one bit they kind of went, M. Night going, can I please direct one scene in this film?
But to be fair, though, it's probably better than anything M. Night Shyamalan's done in a long time.
I know. Did you see
Split?
Yes.
Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Not a fan?
I really enjoyed Split. I thought it was a brilliant movie. That ending's bullshit, though. Tying Split into the Unbreakable universe is bullshit.
Why?
It's just utter bullshit. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Because what a load of shit.
Because they're in a cafe?
That was not part of the... And I watched a video the other day. With this guy who was talking about Split, explaining that ending. And I'm sitting there thinking, that ending doesn't need explained. It's a cafe scene that they tacked on at the end of the movie because they thought, hang on, we could do something here.
Yeah.
We could make M. Night Shyamalan popular again because we'll tie this to the only movie that he's ever done that people liked.
I think that he's getting back there because he had some fucking stinkers, but I think like what was it called, The Visit?
Yeah,
that was solid.
He didn't need to tie this to the Unbreakable thing. He didn't need to do that.
No, he didn't. No, I agree. He didn't.
But this fucking asshole on the internet is sitting there like, oh, this was his plan all along, because he did an interview way back in the day where he said Unbreakable is part of a 3-arc story. Yes, he did that interview because I remember him doing that interview. That's why we were going to get Unbreakable 2 and Unbreakable 3 at one point. He even had, on IMDb, he had in-production credits back in the day for Unbreakable 2 and Unbreakable 3. But then his career went to shit, so they got canned and that got put to the side. So now, because he's made Split with a decent actor in James McAvoy, who puts in a fantastic performance.
Well, yeah, let's face it, if it wasn't for James McAvoy...
He's brilliant. He's unbelievable in that film. Probably,
I would say probably James McAvoy's best performance for me.
Like, definitely. I mean, probably wholeheartedly agree with you there. But it's like, just because he's done this film with this guy's impressive as hell performance... Oh, by the way, it's an Unbreakable movie.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I get you.
No, it's not. You're just tacking it on the end. And I know how he'll tie it in, because obviously, like, they've got those superpowers. Him with the split personalities is kind of a superpower. And it's just like, fuck you.
Well, he's basically like the big bad sort of at the end, because he gets away in that. But, yeah, I mean...
Just make Unbreakable 2.
If James McAvoy wasn't so goddamn good, then it wouldn't be the same movie. But yeah, we spoke about Fassbender. M. Night is an indie movie maker.
Yeah.
At best, he's not a guy who makes who should be making movies that are getting a fuckload of attention.
No. Not anymore.
Like on the big stage and that. I know, like fucking Signs, I think is good.
Wow.
Fuck off, I like Signs.
Said no one ever.
I like Signs.
Okay,
and
that's your prerogative.
Slap my balls.
It's your prerogative, buddy.
So, yeah. Will Smith in After Earth.
Yeah.
Will Smith is so much better than that movie.
I'll give you that. I will give you that, because that movie is a bunch of balls, and Will Smith is better than that. My number 5, and I'm putting it at number 5 because... people like to deny this guy ever made movies, and people think that you should never watch this guy's movies ever again. My number 5 is a Kevin Spacey movie. It came out just after all the, the noise. It's a movie called 9 Lives.
Never heard of it.
I watched it with my daughters and Lindsay because it's a bit of a family movie. They loved it. Kevin Spacey's way better than this. He's like a businessman who is too much into his job, doesn't spend enough time with his wife and kids, that old chestnut, and he dies and gets transported into the body of a cat, hence the 9 lives. And then for the rest of the movie, he is the voice of a cat. And it's horrendous. And even his voice is like, I think he just kind of thought, who the hell wrote me into this? It's terrible. The girls loved it.
It sounds terrible.
The girls loved it. It's not a Disney film, but it's like along those lines. It's like when Tim Allen done that dog movie. It's that same sort of thing. I mean, Tim Allen, I could have put him on my top 5 for like 20 different films.
See, there are a lot of actors that you could do it with.
Yeah.
Fucking De Niro.
Oh, I had to be precise.
But could you put Liam Neeson on it? Because I don't think you can do that anymore.
No, because he's
and De Niro as well. I've got no De Niro ones on my list.
I may have one. Yeah, I do have one. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it might end up being an honourable now because he just pissed me off.
Yeah. Well, shit.
But no, like Kevin Spacey is far better than doing a movie where he's the voice of a cat. That's scraping the barrel when it comes to acting.
I have got a conservatory or a lawsuit to pay for.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I am not wiping Kevin Spacey's filmography out of my lexicon. It's not happening because
Out of your what?
My lexicon, like my whatever you want to call it. He is a fantastic actor, and yes, he's done whatever he's done allegedly because we still don't know. But you know what? That doesn't wipe out the movies he's done. For
Absolutely
me.
not.
It doesn't, because I can go back and I can watch all of his movies and I can still enjoy the man for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
get over it.
I agree.
Just I've had a few conversations recently where Kevin Spacey's name's come up and it's like no, fuck you, because I'm talking about his movies here. I'm talking about his performances.
There was this has nothing to do with Kevin Spacey, but the writer of Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
her name has been removed from some like Hall of Fame or some fucking thing because the book has like racist overtones, where the writer is from fucking the 1850s.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
The story is based, and she she's been wiped from the fucking records because
I saw that
because
in,
Little House on the Prairie, I don't know, has the N word on it or whatever.
Yeah,
come on.
I saw that, and I saw like a lot of replies saying stuff like, "So do we take out was it Malcolm X? Do we take out his speechwriter or?" Because that is that kind of thing. It's racially charged. It's politically charged. So do we wipe that out now? Mm-hmm. Do we wipe out To Kill a Mockingbird and all that? All these fantastic books from back in the day and everything. And it's like, where do you end? Where do you stop?
Well, I was watching Jonathan Pye. He did a video about that, and he said, "What are you going to take out? Like, do you take out Mark Twain novels? Mm-hmm. Because it's the same fucking period.
You have to.
Americans are going to take out Mark Twain novels?
Yeah, they have to. Christ, I'm sure even Shakespeare had some choice language in places, so we got to wipe him out. It's ridiculous. It's mental. It's totally
you know
mental.
what? Like, if you watch that Jonathan Pye video, you know he says, "Who is this for?
Yeah.
Who are you doing this for? You're trying to wipe out history.
Yeah.
And you can't do that shit because
you just have to face it.
You have to face it. This happened. These were attitudes. So what? You're not going to do a movie about fucking World War II? Are you not going to do a movie of a fucking maybe like a month ago or whatever? I spoke about a movie with Brendan Gleeson and Emma Thompson set during the Second World War. They were in Germany, and they were trying to sort of put a message out, an anti-Nazi message.
Yeah.
So, like, are you not going to do a movie like, say, Downfall, for example?
Yeah.
Where the Nazis are the main characters because it's about the Nazis. Mm-hmm. Fuck off.
We'll have to wipe out Schindler's List because it shows the Holocaust, and let's do away with that film. It's mental. It's mental. It's the world we live in now. We just have to, ride or die. Let's get on with it.
It's not my world. I refuse.
I want no part of your world, good sir.
Absolutely fucking not. My number 4, Gary Oldman.
Yeah,
he was the one who was going to show up on this list.
Could have went a few ways.
Yeah, Sam Jack as well. I kind of had a couple of Sam Jack ones, but then I get what Sam Jack is doing, and it's Sam Jack, so
he's just playing Sam Jack.
Fuck you gonna do? Gary Oldman in RoboCop 2014.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You could have went two ways there as well because Michael Keaton's in that, and he's Michael Keaton's still a bankable star, not bankable star, but he's still pretty good
there. He's climbing his way back.
He's still a good performer though. Like, he'd take out multiplicity, but
I never saw that. Was that the one with Andy McDowell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw it.
4 Michael Keatons.
Yeah, but RoboCop 2014 was a
Yeah.
fucking horrendous movie. Should never, ever, ever have been made.
Everybody was banned.
Fucking doing a bloody...
Sam Jack was in that
Sam
movie.
Jack was in that.
Yeah. Oh, God, ooh.
But the thing is, like...
Joel Kinnaman, one of our favourites.
Yeah. Awesome in Avatar. Yeah, I mean, Sam Jack, I know what he's... I get exactly what he's doing with these movies. He's like, okay, so I've made some awesome movies. I'm Sam the fuck Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, like Pulp Fiction, any fucking Tarantino movie, like, you know, your movies like The Negotiator. Have you ever seen that? Another Kevin Spacey movie for you.
Great film.
What are you never going to enjoy? Are you never going to sit and watch The Negotiator? It's a fucking amazing movie.
Film.
But he's like, I've done those movies, and you know what? Fuck it.
Aye.
I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Marvel come calling, I'm going to say no. Star Wars comes calling, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's like, fuck yes, George. Fuck yes, Georgie boy. I will fucking well play a Jedi. You damn right I will.
And I want a pink lightsaber.
Purple. Motherfucker. But yeah, Gary Oldman is so much better than this. I actually had 2 Gary Oldman ones, and I went with RoboCop, but the other one that I want to mention was the Disney animated Christmas Carol.
Okay.
With Jim Carrey in it.
All right, was he in that?
He played Bob Cratchit,
Oh.
but it was so creepy.
Oh.
The animation, the stuff it was like mocap.
Yeah.
And
I remember seeing the trailers, but I never watched
Oh, it was creepy. It was really, really creepy. And you know what, Gary Oldman, you're better than that. So that's my number 4.
I like that. So my number 4 is, it's going to be Robert De Niro. I was going to leave it as an honourable mention, but you know what? This movie stinks to high heaven. Bobby De Niro at this point was still a reasonable actor at this time. This was like Rocky.
But you know what the thing is? He still is.
He's not though.
But he is.
He's not,
you know,
though.
like the
you can't
the
pull out-
movie that I told you about. Fuck, I don't know, but it was ages and ages ago. The movie that I watched, it was on Sky Atlantic with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
About the he'd done like insider trading and that.
Yeah.
And that's a recent thing. And he's incredible in it. The guy has still got it. The guy can still act, and I'm hoping that comes across in the Scorsese thing.
Yeah, that's if they come out bad on that movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But the guy can still act. That did you ever watch it? No.
The one you're on about?
I
No.
can't remember what the name is, but
I never watched it. I remember you talking about it. But I didn't.
He was great. He was so good in it. So he has still got it.
So like this was like, it came out in the year 2000, right? So this is round about the time when he's making movies like Ronin, which is fairly decent.
Yep.
Wag the Dog, which is pretty good. It's the one where they fake the war.
No, I've never seen that one.
Pretty damn good movie. You got Flawless with him and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty good movie.
Yep.
Men of Honor.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was a great movie.
Yep.
And then in between those movies, in amongst those movies, he does The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah.
Which is the biggest turd fest of a movie I have ever seen Robert De Niro put his name to. You know, Meet the Parents, it's a bad movie, but I'll take that over Rocky and Bullwinkle. Little Fuckers, I'll take that over Rocky and Bullwinkle. Analyze this, analyze that, I'll take them over Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I never saw Analyze that.
Oh my god, both terrible.
I didn't mind Analyze This.
They were
was that Matthew Perry in that one? No,
it was Billy
Crystal. All right, okay, right.
They're both terrible films. Yeah. Both terrible films. But yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle. What the hell was he thinking?
What's your opinion of Stardust?
I haven't watched it all the way through.
Right.
I honestly didn't mind it, but when he starts doing his little singy song bits, yeah, I shut off.
He doesn't sing.
Well, he does a little bit.
He dances.
It's bad, whatever way he does it.
You know what? I don't mind that movie. I think that it's just a nice, charming
good
movie.
Good soundtrack.
Yes.
You can rule the world. That was from that, wasn't it?
It was.
I was Take That for You. Do you think the Americans know who take that as?
Nope.
But yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle can suck a dick, and De Niro's terrible in it. And at the time, he was making relatively good movies still, so there was no excuse. This was just no. He just wanted to work with cartoons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I was never ever going to watch that.
It's horrendous.
I never watched the cartoon.
So what's your number
3? Okay, so my number 3 is a Cate Blanchett movie.
Ooh.
And it is Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the
yeah.
Crystal Skull. What the fuck is she doing in that movie?
Oh, that's been postponed. Did you see that? It's been knocked back.
Until 2020 or something.
Yeah.
Aye.
Turns out the script's not even been greenlit yet. What do you expect when you've got David Kopp writing it?
Maybe just don't.
Yeah, just leave it. Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's sporting a really bad accent in that film as well, isn't she?
Yeah, it was Chekhov bad.
It was like Russian-German?
Well, it was set in the Cold War.
So it's like
So she was
Russian-German
a Ruskie.
landing. It didn't come across as Russian.
She was a Russian.
Like
She was supposed to be Russian.
There was Russian twang in there, but it wasn't Russian. It's like me doing German. Sounds Austrian.
Or yeah.
Or me doing Austrian sounds German.
Or just me doing anything.
Yeah.
Cate Blanchett is so much better than that.
Oh, she's
shit.
phenomenal.
And I mean, maybe it's a Julianne Moore thing. She had a fucking kitchen to pay for or whatever. Probably that's the case for all of these. But
It's Spielberg.
Spielberg
comes knocking. You're gonna say no?
I'm gonna be in an Indiana Jones movie. I'm gonna be the big bad in an Indiana Jones. Fuck yeah, I'll do it.
See, that's the problem with my list. A lot of these are like, it's kind of like Robert De Niro. Is he gonna say no to doing like this big live action / cartoon movie that's gonna make millions of dollars with the kids and stuff like that? Is he gonna say no to that at that point in his career?
I guess.
It's mad. Yeah. It's mad. But
see, I know that we've spoken before about like your Tom Hanks and that one with Emma Watson, the Circle, where you're sort of supporting the next generation of actors.
Yeah. Aye.
And The Circle is a damn good film, and I think that Tom Hanks comes off well in it, and Emma Watson also comes off well in it.
She's great in it.
But you're sort of Tom Hanks is like, and I believe this of Tom Hanks. I believe he's a thoroughly bloody nice bloke, probably.
Doesn't like Nickelback though.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah, I fucking loved that. That was awesome.
That was great.
Fucking harsh bastard. But you sure you didn't hack him?
Honestly, I'm actually okay with Nickelback. I know people who've got beef with them, but the last person in the world I thought would have a go at Nickelback was Tom Hanks.
Well, at the end of the day, one of their songs had Eliza Dushku in the video, so I'm okay with that. And she was all dancing in that. I'm very, very okay with that.
I was just watching the fucking telly and it came up. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Nickelback cannot catch a break.
That's harsh though. But so they're kind of they're sort of putting over the new talent and that. But
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah. Cate Blanchett, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. We did the 365 Terry with Paul, and for the majority of the movie, we were actually relatively positive about it. Surprisingly. But Cate Blanchett is so much better than that.
Oh, yeah. God, yes. So,
go.
My number 3 is another Robert De Niro movie, but it's not Robert De Niro in this one.
What?
He is pants in the movie. Everybody's pants in the movie. But there's one actor in this movie that I absolutely adore, and I can't think of any other movie that I've watched him in and didn't like, at some level. But there was a movie called The Score with Robert De Niro, Mr. Marlon Brando, and Edward Norton. Ed Norton is so much better than this film. Like, it's
De Niro was on screen with Brando.
Yes.
Oh,
there's a few scenes where they're together. Yeah.
I did not know that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's called The Score. It was kind of billed at the time as Brando and De Niro being in a movie, but it was also like Edward Norton was kind of the up and coming. Like,
right. Okay.
Everybody knew who he was. Everybody knew he was a fucking shitbag to work with. But it was like he was kind of hitting the big time, and this movie was kind of... The movie basically is Marlon Brando gives people the jobs. So there are a couple of con men, there are a couple of heist men, and Marlon Brando is the guy that gives you the job. and so they have to go to him to get the job. He can barely talk in the movie because he's fucking 2 minutes away from dying because he's so bloody overweight, and he's just sitting there the whole time, and he doesn't even have to do the accent. That's just what he sounds like in the movie.
Oh shit!
And it's a bad Marlon Brando at this point, you know, which is why I don't class that role for him as a bad role, because he didn't really have a choice. That's where he was in his life.
Yeah.
And so Robert De Niro's the kind of the guy that's trying to retire. Kind of, I'm sure Angela Bassett's in it as well. He's kind of seeing Angela Bassett, and he's trying to get out of the life as they do. Edward Norton's the young, highfalutin, I'm just coming into the game, and I'm going to be better than you, and you've got a big name, and I'm going to take your name, and people are going to love me, kind of thing. And so they kind of have to work.
Never really worked, did it?
They have to work together to do the heist, but it's like, who's playing who?
Right.
You kind of know that Ed Norton's playing him, but you also get the sense that Robert De Niro might be playing Ed Norton.
Okay.
And it's sort of like a bit of cat and mouse and all that, and it's just a really bad movie. Brando, as I say, he can't help it at this point. He's a cheeseburger away from death. You know, Robert De Niro is phoning roles in by this point.
So what year is this?
This is like 2001, 2002.
All right.
It's a couple of years after Rocky and Bullwinkle, and sort of like Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers is kind of in full swing. Analyze This and That is kind of in full swing.
See, with the Fockers, he looked like he was having a good time.
The first one. Meet the Parents, yes.
Meet the Parents, aye. Meet the Fockers was the one Dustin Hoffman came into it.
Fuck me, that nearly made my list.
Was it Barbra Streisand?
Yeah. Hoffman nearly made my list for that, but you know what?
Yeah.
Like you were just saying there about Robert De Niro looking like he was having fun. Dustin Hoffman's having a ball in those movies.
Yeah.
He just doesn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
He's at the point in his career where he's like, you know what? I've made amazing movies.
But again,
I was in The Graduate, you son bitch. I'll make whatever the fuck I want.
Outbreak.
Fucking
But
everything,
again,
man.
the one that Dustin Hoffman made last year with Ben Stiller.
Or the Meyerowitz. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I don't think Hoffman's ever lost it.
No.
To be honest.
No. He played Hook.
Yeah. There you go.
That's somewhere we need to revisit.
Says it all.
Hook.
So yeah, Ed Norton, I'm a huge fan of him as an actor. There's very few movies that I don't like him in, but this is definitely on my list of I hate this movie. It's so bad.
I have never heard of it.
The writing's terrible.
When you said Brandon and De Niro on the screen together, I kind of went, ooh. But then I'm not going to do that.
You know what it is?
I'm
It's like a test of mass endurance trying to watch Brando in that movie. You're just like, oh man, like why would... I'm almost certain he was sort of in semi-retirement at this point. And it's like, why come back? Not just to make this, but why come back at all? Because he looks rough as shit. And it's, clearly not well.
He just had medical bills to pay or something.
Probably. And it's a shame.
Yeah,
because he spends most of the movie sitting in the corner of a room or sitting at a table where you can barely see
because he can't
him.
actually stand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's Marlon Brando, for fuck's sake. And he's an actor. He's
one of the actors.
When he's at the top, when he was at the top of his game, they paid him $1 million to star in 10 seconds of Superman 1. You know what I mean? That's who Marlon Brando is.
Yeah.
And he could command that shit.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando.
Aye. So,
He's gone now.
I know. He dead. My number 2.
Cheeseburger. Was that harsh a cheeseburger away from death?
Aye, you're right.
I feel you could put that on a t-shirt.
Well, it's either of us two as well. So,
sells itself.
My number 2, pardon me, is an Ian McShane movie. Ian McShane is a fucking superb actor.
Yeah.
He's only really just kind of, I feel, made it into the American market. Unfortunately, I think that he's got to be in his, late 50s now?
Definitely.
Christ,
he was Lovejoy in the 80s. He was like 30 then.
Yeah. So it is a fucking shame that he came to the American market so late. I think that Deadwood obviously did it for him.
Oh, yeah.
And then his career kind of started to pick up from there. He's making movies now, and he did what was the American Gods?
Yeah, the TV show,
which I think has gone to season 2, but it's all in limbo. Apparently, it's in fucking development hell. And Gillian Anderson's left it.
Was she in it?
Gillian Anderson was in it.
I didn't even know she was in it.
She played David Bowie.
Okay.
Yep.
Why not? It's Gillian Anderson.
Well, yeah, exactly. Stranger Tides.
Never heard of it.
Pirates of the Caribbean on
Oh,
Stranger
God,
Tides.
yeah, no. I gave up on 3. Actually, I gave up halfway through 2. That was a lie.
On Stranger Tides is a terrible movie. I watched the most recent one, which I can't remember its name.
Is that not the most recent one?
No, not in Stranger Tides. It's Pirates 4.
Oh, God.
But there's been a Pirates 5 since. Pirates 5, I actually didn't mind.
Is that the one with Penelope Cruz in it?
That's Pirates 4, because Penelope Cruz is... Ian McShane plays Blackbeard.
Standard.
And Penelope Cruz is like his daughter or some shit. He was Ian McShane in it.
Yeah.
You know, Ian McShane being Blackbeard. Fucking Blackbeard.
Yeah.
So he was fucking great. At the same time, it's like, okay, so, right, your career in Murica is picking up, so you're going to do a big-ass movie like this.
Yeah.
It hasn't harmed him.
Disney come knocking.
You know, it hasn't fucking harmed him. A Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Yep.
You know, he's so much better than this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we need a goddamn Deadwood movie. It is in development. I think...
Development hell?
I don't think it's development hell. I don't think it's development hell.
They're going to give it to Alan Taylor.
There's a script,
Mhm.
and I think Alan Taylor is interested. So,
of course
we
he's
can
interested.
keep our fingers crossed.
He's not doing Thor 3 or Thor 4.
Yeah, so, Ian McShane and Pirates 4, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. I haven't seen it, but it's Ian McShane.
I wouldn't bother. I think that Pirates 5 is worth a watch, though.
No.
No? Okay. Can't remember shit all about it, but there you go.
Not that good then.
Yeah.
So, my number
That's
2...
another poster for you.
My number 2 is... Yeah. This one hurts me. This guy, Christopher Walken, has made some stinkers in his career. It's hard not to have the career he's had and not make a few stinkers. But this was a movie where Christopher Walken got to team up with Ben Affleck. And the movie was critically...
Oh, is this Geely? Yeah.
And audience, like, panned the fuck out of this movie.
Is this the one that... Was Madonna had something to do with it?
No. This is it's Geely with Mr. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez.
Right. Okay, yeah, I've never seen it.
In which Ben Affleck does, pretty much what I assume he does every Friday night, and he turns a lesbian straight.
Of course.
Yeah, like and he has a great line in the movie that I will forever remember. When he's talking, he does this little monologue about how he's in love with Jennifer Lopez. He's like, I'm in love with this smoking hot woman. She's like the woman of my dreams. She's so amazing. And Jennifer Lopez is sat in the car. And he's like, but I can't have her because she's a goddamn Dicosaurus Rex.
Wow! This needs to be released in cinemas right now. Can you imagine the fucking shitstorm? It'd be like a dose of millennials doing the fucking Deadpool.
He just said that.
He said, "What? I am outraged.
Give me my ticket back. I want my money back for my ticket, and I want a free popcorn too." But yeah, Geely is. It's not a good film.
I've never seen it.
It's Ben Affleck, so I was always going to watch it. But it was at the time that he was actually with Jennifer Lopez, so it was like, it was just the two of them wanted to be in a movie together. The one thing good that came out of this movie was Jersey Girl, which was the next Kevin Smith, Ben Affleck movie.
Right.
In which Jennifer Lopez was going to be his girlfriend in that movie as well, because obviously they were together, and Ben's like, I want Jennifer to be in it, because they're friends. And then obviously the movie got panned to the fucking heavens, so all of a sudden Jennifer Lopez dies in the first 5 minutes of Jersey Girl. She dies during childbirth, and they bring in Liv Tyler instead, so it's like, bonus.
Better movie.
But yeah, Christopher Walken...
J-Lo can act.
She can when she wants to.
What was the one, the dreamy one?
The Cell.
That's the one. Yeah, that was good.
Vincent D'Onofrio was in that. Yeah.
That was good. That was a good
movie. It was decent. I liked it. It's trippy as balls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, Christopher Walken is also in Geely, and Christopher Walken's an amazing actor. He's just... effortless timing. He's just just a great actor. And I know he's done some stinkers, but this one was horrendous. And he is the shining light of that movie. Like, when he comes in and he does his scenes, it's like, it's one of those things where, you know, people say, oh, when she walks into the room, she lights it up and all this kind of thing, or stuff like that. It's one of those things where Walken walks into the room and he's like, I'm here. I'm going to do this scene.
It's all fine.
I'm going to do this scene. I'm going to deliver my line. Don't fucking talk to me. Don't fucking talk to me.
Don't ruin it.
You don't have lines right now. You have no lines. I'm doing my lines. Then when you do your lines, I'll walk out of the room. I'll come back in and do my lines. And that's how we're going to do this shit.
Hey, pal, your excuses are your own.
That's pretty much what Walken does in this movie. He's far better than it. He's far better than it. And it always upset me that he was in that movie. Not as much as Al Pacino and Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
But,
I didn't put that on because I've never seen it.
Yeah.
So I can't
But
comment.
he does have that line where she breaks his Oscar. Adam Sandler, playing a woman, breaks his Oscar. And he's kind of like, he's gutted. And she goes, I'm sure you've got loads of loads of Oscars, though. And he kind of looks at the camera and he's like, well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? But he hasn't. He's just got one.
Lol.
Yeah, it's still Jack and Jill and it's still Adam Sandler. So
fuck Adam Sandler.
But yeah, that's my number 2.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
So what's your number 2?
My number 1.
Your number 1?
Yeah.
Do you not do your number 2?
I did number 2.
Do your number 2?
It was
Ian McShane?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. My number 1 is Natalie Portman.
I like how you didn't even have to go to your phone for that one. I did think about this.
Natalie Portman and Your Highness.
Your Highness? I was just going to say prequel trilogy.
No. Your Highness.
Is that the one with Danny McBride as well?
Danny McBride
Yeah,
and fucking maybe
horrendous.
James Franco. I don't care.
I'm sure James Franco's in that as well, yeah.
I have watched it.
It's awful.
It is just, there are no words for how terrible this movie is. They must have been smacked off their fucking tits.
Of course they were.
When they wrote this, mate. It's awful. And Natalie Portman, what the fuck are you? I think it wasn't too far. It was either right before or right after Black Swan.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just after.
I think she just won the Oscar, and then this motherfucking piece of shit comes out, and it's like, Natalie Portman, what are you doing in this movie?
Do you think it's one of those things, like, because they reckon Black Swan mentally broke her and sort of physically broke her as well, and do you think it's like, right, I need to go and do, like, some comedy?
Why would she do that then?
I don't know. Apparently it was funny to some stoners.
I'm a fan of Danny McBride.
Yeah.
You know,
big ass titties.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like Danny McBride. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe she just wanted to make a comedy, like you say, with her buddies, with fucking Danny McBride. And was James Franco in that? I think
I'm
he
sure
was
he
in
was.
that.
Aye.
But what a piece of shit. What an absolute piece of shit. And there is no better example for me of fuck me, Natalie Portman. Fuck me, Natalie Portman. But fuck me, Natalie Portman. What are you doing in that movie? Jesus fucking H Christ.
I get what you're saying, because that movie is atrocious. Like, I barely remember anything about it, but it was horrendous.
It is boil on the arse of the fucking movie industry. It's just...
Oh, no. Just you wait there, because I'm reserving that for my number 1.
Oh, shit. On you go then, my fine friend.
So, my number 1, I've hobbied this, by the way.
Oh.
Don't worry, because it's only one movie, but there are a shit ton of actors in this movie.
Right.
That,
was it an ensemble cast?
Oh, it's an fucking ensemble.
Oh, dear.
It's a shit ensemble. So, yeah, the movie is, well, let's just say it. Number 1, the entire cast of movie 43.
I've never seen that.
It is horrendous. It's sort of like a series of little stories, and I have no idea how they got the cast for this. No idea.
Right.
I've just chosen a select few because pretty much everybody in this is better than this movie, and they should all be doing better things. So, these are the ones I chose. You've got Greg Kinnear in there. Greg Kinnear's standard actor. You've got Hugh Jackman. Kate Winslet.
Yep.
Hugh Jackman, by the way, plays a guy who has balls on his chin. Yeah.
What?
He has balls on his fucking chin.
What?
Yeah, he's got balls on his chin.
What?
Hugh Jackman.
He's got balls on his chin. What
Yeah.
the fuck movie is this?
He's on this date, right, with this movie 43. He's on a date. I'm sure he's on a date with Kate Winslet. And the woman says, by the way, he's got a little bit of a facial thing, and he's really...
Facial thing being balls on his shit.
He's really self-conscious about it, so please don't stare and don't mention it. And when he gets there, she gets there, and he's got like a scarf on. He's got this big scarf on. And then he takes the scarf off, and he's got a ball sack hanging from his chin. And she's like staring at it. But that ends up not being the thing that she thinks is the defect, because that's funny. But yeah, Kate Winslet's in it. Liev Schreiber, who we know, Ray Donovan.
Yep.
Naomi Watts, who's made good stuff in the past. Chris Pratt, who is fucking in everything right now.
So how the fuck did this happen?
Also, Chris Pratt and Anna Faris is in it. His wife at the time.
Yeah.
Emma Stone. We love a bit of Emma Stone. Richard Gere. He's done some good stuff.
He has. Not for a while.
Uma Thurman. Kristen Bell. Gerard Butler.
Kristen Bell. Is that Twilight Woman?
No, that's Kristen
Ghostbusters woman.
Kristen Bell is...
Ghostbusters.
No, she's not in that either. It's Kristen Wiig.
Oh.
Kristen Bell is Fanboys. The girl from
Okay, sorry, right.
Yeah. Stephen
I'm going to
Merchant.
get heat for that, aren't I?
Yeah. Stephen Merchant's in there. Terrence Howard. And one of my favourites, Elizabeth Banks. And then there's a whole host of other people, like Sean William Scott's in there, Christopher Mintz-Plasse is in there, Johnny Knoxville, fuck him. There's so many people in this movie.
I mean, there are people in there who I could go...
Yeah, but these are some people who've like made pretty fucking brilliant movies.
But like your
time.
Liev Schreiber and fucking,
But Hugh Jackman, for fuck's sake.
Hugh Jackman,
with balls on his chin.
So, like, how did that go? How did that meeting go with his agent? We want you to play a guy with balls on.
Somebody wrote this movie, and I don't know what the hell.
Was it like a Peter Griffin thing where he's like...
No, you're literal, like, saggy balls hanging from his chin. Like an actual ball sack on his chin. Well, not on his chin, like on his Gulliver.
So, what's the movie about then?
It's not really about anything. It's like, these kids...
It's the 43 little movies.
No, it's not 43 little movies. It felt like 43 little
So
movies.
why is it called movie 43?
Because these kids get a hold of a laptop and they decide that there's a movie out there on the internet, on the dark web, that is so bad that it will bring around the end of existence, and they've heard about it. It's like this myth. So they try and find the movie, and the movie's called Movie 43. And Movie 43 is a series of sort of, I suppose you could call them sketches, little vignettes of like little stories and stuff like that. And honestly, man, it's just so fucking bad. There's not a funny joke in the movie. You got all these stars, and you're like, how did anybody sign on for this? Like, I feel like they didn't read the script. They just signed on and then got there on the day, and they're like, "You want me to do what? You want me to put balls on my throat?" Like, no. But I'm Hugh Jackman, so I'll do it because I'm really nice.
You want to put balls on my throat? How much are you going to pay me?
And
whatever.
Interestingly, 4%. It's not even a 0%er. So there's people out there who like this. Yeah. So did we get any feedback?
We did get a little bit. Let me load up my Facebooks. Okay, so Bottom Jim.
Power Bottom
Jim.
Yeah. Fake Hobie host.
Said Chris Hemsworth in Red Dawn. Tom Hanks in Bachelor Party.
Yeah.
Red Dawn's okay.
Red Dawn's not bad.
I don't mind Red Dawn.
I quite like Red Dawn.
Gene Hackman in The Replacements. Mark Harmon. Never heard of him. In Summer School.
Is Mark Harmon not the guy from NCIS or CSI or OBGYN or something like that?
I've got no idea.
I'm sure that's him.
Forrest Whitaker and Donald Gibb in Bloodsport.
Forrest Whitaker's awesome in Bloodsport.
I've never seen Bloodsport.
You Frank Dukes. You look like Dukes.
What?
Put up your Dukes. It's probably not him. Probably the wrong film.
Ducks.
Go for
it. Jason Brigger.
Oh.
Yeah, he's fucking taking the time to bloody get himself involved. I fucking get involved with Toby every single bastard week in their fucking top fives.
I know you do.
Half the time they don't even fucking read them out.
I've never sent one in.
Rude.
On sheer principle.
So Jason Brigger said, I'm not going to read it out.
Read it out. Come
Jason
on.
Brigger said, The Postman with Kevin Costner. Nah, fuck off. Underrated. Al Pacino in any movie starting with The Devil's Advocate and beyond.
What's wrong with The Devil's Advocate?
That's exactly what I said to him.
We love that film.
Yes, we do.
Goddamn hog.
Peter Dinklage in Pixels. That's a good choice.
Yeah, I'll give you
That's
that.
a good choice. Michael, some people just want to roll burn. Some people just want to burn. Kane in Jaws Revenge. Forrest Left Eye Whitaker. Battlefield.
Forrest Left Eye Whitaker. That's terrible.
You harsh fucker. Ian Shaw said Alan Rickman or Stephen Fry in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I've had a beer now, Kev. Big Dev said, well, okay,
Right,
we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that.
We'll end on that.
Burton/YMCA Bob said Gary Oldman in Tiptoes, which I've never seen.
Never seen it.
Michael Keaton in Jack Frost.
Yep, give him that.
Daniel Day-Lewis in 9. Now, I saw this on the internet when I googled it, and I've never seen it.
It's like a musical, isn't it?
I'm not doing it. Ed Harris in Pain and Gain.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Richard Burton in The Exorcist 2.
Definitely.
Yeah. Chris Johnson said Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in Righteous Kill.
Yeah, we've discussed this
And
movie at length.
then he did a mic bomb.
Yeah, we've discussed this at length.
Yeah. I have not seen it, and I will not see it. Aaron Goodmiller said Jack Nick in Anger Management. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
I feel pretty.
Leo,
So pretty.
stop it. Leo in The Beach. I don't agree with that.
I do and I don't.
Leo was an uppercomer then.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to say.
This is early in Leo's career.
Yeah, this
So
is like Romeo and Juliet times. This is Man in
This is
Iron Mask time.
pre-Titanic?
Yeah, pre-Titanic.
Oh,
this
don't
is
talk about Man in the Iron Mask.
this is like this is when he was the floppy head love interest leading man kind of thing.
Yeah, this
So
is
I'm gonna
early
give him
Leo. I
I'll give
don't
him a
think
pass.
he was too good for this movie.
I'll give him
I
a
think
pass.
if you take Leo now,
Yeah.
but you can't do that.
Plus, if you take all the movies around about that time, like the ones I just mentioned, that's probably the one that you could see what he was going to go on to.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is a bit edgier in that film.
And plus, Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
Aaron Goodmiller. We're still on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, bygones. Denzel Washington in Carbon Copy, which I've never
I've heard
seen.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element. Gary Oldman was awesome in The Fifth Element.
Totally disagreed with
So, fuck off.
this. Totally disagreed with that.
You totally disagree with me?
No, I disagreed with
All
him.
right,
I love
okay.
The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
I love everybody in that film.
Yep. Anthony Hopkins, well,
I like when he goes, look at all these little things.
I like the bit where he gets the gun, and it's like the memory gun that remembers what you're going to shoot at. And it's like shooting behind
and
him.
all respective bullets go back to the same location.
And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's awesome.
I like when he says, 4 stones equals 4 cases. What am I supposed to do with an empty case? I fucking
And
love
then at
him.
the end where he kind of breaks down and he goes, they're not here!
What do you mean they're not here?
Yeah, Gary Oldman's great in that movie, so shut up,
And then
Aaron.
he does that thing with he's like, oh, well, I guess you're right.
Anthony Hopkins in Free Jack, which I've never seen.
Oh, no, I've never seen that.
Never seen it. Yeah. I like how you've gone Fifth Element. How dare you, sir? Yeah. I didn't read the comments on it. Yeah, Aaron, how dare you, sir? So, back to Big Sexy Dev. Because when I originally posted it on the Facebooks,
Yeah.
as I said earlier on, I didn't write it out properly.
Yeah.
I blame Jason. So
Was it his speech and peppermint?
it was. No, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, I didn't write it out properly. So the original version was bad movies with good actors.
Yeah.
So Dev replied to that with bad movies with great actors.
Yeah.
So his list was number 5, Waterworld.
Right, so, in that movie, who is the great actor that he's referring to? Me, personally, I think it's Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Dev's
I
a
would put Dennis Hopper
fan.
above Kevin Costner.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So Meet the Fuckers.
Right.
Dustin Hoffman.
No, I don't think that's right.
No?
No. I think he's talking about Owen Wilson.
Oh.
Yeah.
that is it. Because he's got a really nice nose.
He does, and he's got that voice. Yeah, I think he loves Owen Wilson. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. Number 3, Superman v Batman.
See, that's a hard one because everybody's good in that.
I don't know what that movie is because it's not a movie.
It's a great movie.
Well, it's Batman versus Superman, isn't it?
Is that what you said?
Superman versus Batman.
What a prick!
I know.
Yeah, but if I had if I had to go with someone, I personally think that one would have to be Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Dev,
that was my thought for Dev as well.
Dev strikes me as a Jesse Eisenberg
I think
fan.
that Dev would probably think that that's the version of Lex Luthor.
Yeah, that definitely 1
Like
million
definitive.
%. Like, yeah, fuck your Spaceys, fuck your Hackmans.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, Eisenberg is the Lex Luthor.
Yep.
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
Definitely. So number 2, The Losers.
See, I didn't get this one. Because The Losers is a great movie, and he said something about it being
He
a
said,
flop.
to be clear, I love this movie, but it was considered a flop. Lots of things are considered flops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for that one, it was probably Jason Patric.
Think so?
From Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I would go... Because Jason Patric's never made a bad movie. I mean, Speed 2 Cruise Control is insanely good. And I know Dev's a big fan of Speed 2 Cruise Control. So I think on the merits of Speed 2 Cruise Control, Dev would say Jason Patric's the best thing in that movie. Because of Speed 2 Cruise.
He's got a Speed 2 poster on his bedroom wall, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't, he wants one.
I think we should send him one.
We should definitely send him a Speed 2 Cruise Control poster.
Will we sign it as well?
Definitely.
Yeah, right.
Sign it as Jason Patrick.
We'll do it.
You sign Jason Patrick, I'll sign Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Alright. And we'll get the dogs to walk on it like a load of leeches.
Ooh. or we could just get something else that the dogs would do.
Poo on it. Sweet.
Yeah.
Alright, was you going to like allude to it but not say it?
I was going to allude to it but not say it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well done. And yeah, his number 1 was Justice League.
Justice League.
Again, I would go towards Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, it was only a cameo, but I'm sure that cameo changed Dev's life.
Or whoever played Steppenwolf.
Whoever played Steppenwolf.
Because it was solid.
It was Kieran Hind from Game of Thrones. Lived north of the Wall. He was like the White Walkers, not the White Walkers, he was the Wildlings. He was their kind of leader pal.
Right.
I'll show you a picture. You know who Kieran Hines is.
I probably do.
I'm sure he would love whoever played Steppenwolf, because I remember listening to A Shot at History, Snake Oil Comics, and he did say that Steppenwolf was his favourite thing about Justice League, the movie. Cruise Control.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Aye, so that's our...
So that is it.
Our poop shoots.
The poop shoots were good. Thank you very much, everyone, for getting involved with the poopy shooties. And are we going to call that a night?
Yeah, that's been episode 114.
Cool.
Some bitch.
I kind of want to go to bed now.
Yeah, I know. It's like totally 11:30 and everything.
Sweet. I'm getting up at like...
In a minute.
Now in a minute. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Aye, done. That's been episode 114.
It has.
And you're awesome. And
I know I am.
You are all awesome.
The listeners. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.